Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. I'm not playing music. I'm not. So we're just gonna be doing our thing. You know what I mean? Let's pause that. Turn on live chat. Live chat engage. Bleh. Okay. Copy that. Time to promote. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna quit out of Discord. Get that out of here. Dude, I watched that Gurren Lagann movie. The music stuck in my head. The credits theme, at least. That's been in my mind. And today will be a different kind of DSP stream. It's gonna be so unique and so robust. I will be doing art during this stream.
Oh no!
Nope, wrong one.
Like, it's been tough.
Yes.
You know, my life has
It's
been
been
tough,
tough.
over the last decade.
I agree. It has. You know, my life has been tough. It has. Alright. Thanks for the sub, Boogie Darkwing. I don't know if that's gonna come through. I haven't done these alerts in so long. Well, it's there. Whatever. You guys are not here for that, okay? You're not. Oh shit. Did not mean to drop that. I need my little tool. Oh shit, where is it? Oh, there it is. It was in front of me the whole time. Okay, we get rid of the cover. Get that out of here. Oh god. Oh. Oh no. Why is it doing that? Okay, we're just gonna replug everything. That was weird. Okay. Why is it showing anything now? What? Huh? Oh. I knew that. Oh. Oh, it's a little delayed. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Ah, it's... Oh, man, that's pretty bad. That's rough. I know I had a an application I'd used to capture the iPad. Oh, it's gonna flicker anyway. Oh, damn it. Well, never mind. We're not doing the iPad stuff. We're not. I guess I'm not doing art today. This is some bullshit. So I tried. I tried, everyone. But whatever. Fucking Tim Apple fucked everything up. Although we can put this away. This is some bullshit. So now, well, you get my full attention. DSP gets my full attention. Pretty fun, huh? So I have to change this. I have to move everything around. This is bullshit, man. Alright, there's the YouTube. Let me make that bigger. Alright. Well, this is what we're doing. It was gonna be a fun art stream too. I was gonna draw Gurren Lagann characters. Not anymore. Sad day. Okay, everyone, let's get going. If the audio is bad, let me know.
Alrighty, everyone. Good evening. Welcome.
You should have just done art.
Ever family night here
Well,
at DSP Gaming.
it wouldn't have mattered if I did art. I wouldn't be streaming right now because I can't capture it. So sadly, it cannot be done.
I, of course, am here with my lovely wife, Kat, and our pet Jasper Kitty is on the floor in a bread position. He looks like a loaf of bread on the floor, relaxing. And we did this in a surprise stream last week.
All
right?
of them are rough. I'm calling it. All these will be rough. The one last week was rough. This will be also rough.
Kat is on the stream for the first time for 5.5 years, and it went really well. We had a lot of fun doing it, and I actually asked Kat this week. I said, "Do you want to come back and do another stream? It's up to you. It's an open door for you." And she
open
thought about it
door.
for a few days, and after a few days, she says, "Yeah, I'll come back. Let's do it on Wednesday night. Let's relax and end your streaming week with just a chill kind of hangout stream." And that's exactly what we're gonna do tonight. But let's just lay down the ground rules before we start. All right. Number one. Questions that are supposed to be like a casual hangout session. This is not super ultra personal. Please don't be asking crazy personal questions. We have the ability to skip or not answer any questions that you toss our way. All right, this is not an interrogation or anything like that. Number two, this is not the place.
This is not an interrogation, guys. Just remember, this is not an interrogation. I'm glad he's telling us this. This is very important.
Asking about what about this documentary? What games are you going to be playing this year and stuff like that?
What games?
You know, those questions are.
Why is asking them what games they'll play this year a bad question? Why? He gets asked that all the time. Is Kat not a gamer? But he told us she is.
Things for another day. This is for us to kind of hang out and answer questions, particularly if you have a lot of questions for Kat. Obviously, that would be tonight would be the night for that because she's here. You don't have to be asking me questions specifically and stuff like that. As you can see, we switched sides from last week.
Whoa, they switched sides.
I couldn't really reach anything. Now I'm easily able to man this. I can update the leaderboard on the fly.
Yes.
I can read emails. I can read the chat. I can read everything quickly and easily. It's just weird because I look like I'm off to the side now, right? It looks a little odd, but like I said, we need to perfect this.
This is off to a great start. We're off to the races. Oh, nice bald spots.
Plastic stool, and we need to get something better, especially because as we told you last week, our plans are actually to do a co-op playthrough of the island mode, simulation mode, whatever it's called, in Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And I got to have a better seating situation than this in order to do it. So we're going to look tomorrow when we're out and see if we can find a stool or an ottoman or something quick that we can grab and have.
Grab an ottoman, dude.
Does not feel comfy, and it's kind of weird. And
they have like two other chairs on that floor.
Let's start. We already have a few shout outs.
Whatever. I guess they don't want to wheel it around.
Shout outs. Then we're going to read questions from the chat. In addition to that, we have a thread of questions that people posted up early in case they couldn't be here tonight. So I might go to that as well. If we run out of questions or things to do in the chat, we have a separate thread that we can reference. Okay. All right. So we're actually going to start off tonight.
Oh man.
With a tip here.
I remember someone told them, Phil, I think you should have topics for family night, and his solution, he interpreted that as, oh, let's get more questions.
It looks like there's a $10 tip.
I have received no contributions
from Sir Ed Sheeran the Pure.
Oh boy.
And he asks, will we ever go on a couples game show? I don't even know what couples game shows even exist.
Couple game shows.
Any, like, when I was growing up,
Man, what a great question.
there were
Ed
a few
Sheeran
different game shows that I would watch.
asking the
But
good
even
questions.
then, like, I mean, we're talking like outdated ones.
Like,
I'm not
come
talking
on.
current ones. Yeah, I used to watch like what was it, like the $25,000 pyramid and stuff like that.
25,000
I'm not even
cat.
aware of any game shows that are couple shows. Are you aware of any current TV shows or whatever?
Are you familiar?
Right? No. So I guess the answer would be no, unless you guys have suggestions. I mean, no. Obviously, we're not going to put our names out there or anything like that. It's kind of a silly question. Thank you for the first contribution of the night. Only Iced Coffee, thank you for re-upping your membership for 32 months. He said, not much to say other than I respect Cat a lot. There you go. You get some respect for coming back and being on the streams after so
Oh
so
my god. Wait, let's hear this again.
Only Iced Coffee, thank you for re-upping your membership for 32 months. He said, not much to say other than I respect Cat a lot. There you go. You get some respect for...
Did he say she?
Like that.
What did he say? We gotta analyze this.
Contribution of the night. Only Iced Coffee, thank you for re-upping your membership for 32 months. He said, not much to say other than I respect Cat a lot.
Okay, whatever.
Get some respect.
He said that pretty quickly.
Back and being on the streams after so long. So
Matt, dude, it's so easy to go. Shut up.
With the first super chat of the night.
Mad respect, Cat. You showed up. Like, that's kind of insinuating that his community is fucking toxic. Come on.
Shadow Dancer for that. And then Cloudy did a $1 super chat there. Thank you to Cloudy.
Cloudy.
Appreciate that very much. And I actually have the keyboard right in front of me. So I could type it right away. And I'm not juggling things here, which is good. So it should go much smoother this week, okay?
Oh, yeah?
All right. So
all right.
That's it for contributions so far. If any more come in, we're going to shout them out. But in the meantime, if you want to tag me in the chat at DSP Gaming to ask us questions. The one topic we'll probably talk about tonight at some point is that we played the Tekken 8 demo last week.
Oh,
right?
man.
And we really liked it.
I love, like, we have topics, but you guys have to bring it up. Why not just talk about it? Why be this specific about it? Come on.
Outside of that, let's see what else you guys want to talk about. So here you go. Derek is asking, I've lived in Seattle about 10 years. You've now lived in Seattle about 6 years?
Yeah.
It was early 2018, yes.
Oh,
so
man.
What is it that we like about living in Seattle? I'll let you answer first. And then
I'll answer.
Personally, but
what do you love about Seattle?
In general?
I mean,
Okay, this is dumb, right?
So, what is it that we like about living in Seattle? I'll let you answer first.
He puts out the question, then he just told her she'll answer first. This is like, it's really fucking weird, man. You're doing a Q&A, and this is like the most inorganic thing. And he's like, this is very organic. Yeah, because I fucking ask a question that I specifically target someone to answer. Think about that.
And then I'll answer anything personally. But what do you like about living?
Anything personally? What?
I mean, we don't get crazy snowstorms or freezing temperatures like on the East Coast.
Dude, if they do this more regularly at any point, it's already gonna run its course. This is just to buy time and to do the DSP meme of we gotta try it out before we do it for real kind of shit. So he's doing this to get her on the Infinite Wealth stream. And as I said, after that, we'll never see her again. She'll magically have no interest in being in that office anymore. And you could argue about the documentary, sure, but they could just use the Infinite Wealth stuff. And that's it.
Weather. Extreme weather.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd say that's a positive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you know what? This is the other thing I fucking hate too. The whole time she's talking, he's like, yeah. Uh-huh. Like saying that verbally. Do you really have to hear you say yeah when she's talking? Like, it's like he's terrified of just being silent.
Food, I guess.
Well, what kind of food that's out here do you like?
Well, there's a lot of Asian food, like sushi places.
It also kind of tells me that DSP knows that like she wouldn't like answer that question fully, but maybe she'd get better at it if you let her talk. Like if she answers like, "Oh, I like the food," if she just says that, you don't need to say what kind of food. Just go from there like, "Oh, okay, well, I like spaghetti, man," and then she'd say, "Oh, I love steak." I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, the thing is like there's ups and downs to living anywhere.
That's right.
So
that's right.
He's asking, what do you
Correct.
like about being
yeah,
here,
the food,
right?
the food.
What do you like about being here, honey?
Is nicer.
Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously negatives too, but
yeah.
you know.
No,
Or the
for
negatives.
me, it's
Or the
a
negatives,
couple
Cat.
quick things. Number one, everything here is easily within a drivable distance, and you don't have to drive long distance to really do anything.
Yeah, that too.
Anything we need, a grocery store is around the corner.
Okay, this dude
a pet
says
store,
this dude says this, but he always complains about driving everywhere. Like, oh, we have to drive to this place. Like, okay.
electric store, electronic store, grocery store. Yeah, anything you can think of that you need. And we haven't driven on the highway since you moved here. Not once, right? We haven't had to.
I don't think
Not
so.
Everything
once.
is so close. I mean, the furthest we drove, I think, was to a doctor appointment that was like an hour away. And that's like the furthest out we've gone. You don't have to. When I lived in Connecticut, you'd have to drive halfway across the state to get to half the stuff. It was
shit.
frustrating. The other thing that I like about being out here is there's less people here than there were when I lived in Connecticut. It was very population dense. So anytime that I went out,
Oh my God.
they're sitting there in bumper to bumper traffic trying to
No,
drive around.
that's
It's
like
already-
that's mostly New York. When you get close to New York, that's how traffic is. Not like, well, whatever. I mean, I don't see a lot of traffic on 84 when I'm driving around sometimes, but whatever.
state, and it was just a nightmare getting
Okay.
around here.
It's a nightmare,
you can
man.
get from point A to point B without too much traffic as long as it's not like rush hour. So those would be my two positives. And of course, Connecticut had a state income tax, and here there is no state income tax. There is a
good.
business tax that I pay because I operate a business here, but it's very different. But then again, our sales taxes here are higher, so it's kind of a trade-off. But I think I'd rather spend more on taxes because I choose to spend my money rather than just take it right out of my paycheck, which is what they were doing in Connecticut. So that's one of my major differences.
But they take money from
Okay,
your business and occupation. That's kind of the same.
We have
Man.
a second tip coming in tonight, a $20 tip from Ponage 101. He says, hello to Phil, Cat, and Jasper. Great to see you all back again, and great to see you back, Cat. Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you very much, Ponage. That is the
Great
second tip
question.
tonight. Let's get you up on the leaderboard.
Get him
Jasper
up there.
is in here. He was actually jumping on the chair earlier, but he just decided to lay on the floor. He's on the floor right now. If he jumps up on the chair again, which he might.
Yeah,
he
you know-
doesn't particularly.
Well, you know,
stay in one
it's-
place for-
I mean, honestly, isn't it funny, right? Last time we saw her, red hair. Now we see her, black hair. This is really fucking weird. Like, why does she want to have DSP's hair color? Is it to look like an Italian family? Phil, I look like an Italian now, right? Yeah.
too long.
Oh
So
man.
we'll see how that goes. Thank you very much, Ponage. All right. Let's see here.
Thank you, Ponage.
So it looks like we got a couple super chats, but give me a second to get back over there. Because for some reason the leaderboard takes forever to update these days. So we have Demon in the corner did a super chat. He says, Cat, don't be tense. Relax. It's gonna
Don't be
a nice
tense,
relaxing
relax.
scene tonight, he said.
Calm down.
There you go. And
Yeah,
Mr.
but she
Game
looks
Master
so
did a
tense.
super chat tonight. Thank you, Game Master, for the super chat as well. Let's get you up on the leaderboard, and then we'll see what else people have to say.
That's what I was thinking, Jojo. That it was like
Okay.
he was like, "Honey, I think black hair would suit you more, man." But who knows? I don't know. It's just really weird because she
Alright,
sounds
let's
like
see.
DSP. She has his hair color. Is she trying to take over his career?
Okay, this is a question for you.
Dude,
I
one
don't
day
know if
we're
you
gonna
ever-
like turn on we're gonna go to DSP Gaming. Level 1 podcast about to start. We see Cat. Phil's gone, and she just carries on.
done this before. Curly Fox says, I don't know if you've said you never gamed much in the past. Did you ever play Pokemon? And what would your starter Pokemon pick be? Did you ever play Pokemon before? And did you have a starter Pokemon in any of them?
No,
Oh
I don't
man.
remember. If I did, it was so long ago. I haven't played Pokemon recently.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have any Pokemon that you like particularly?
Dude, these are not flattering flattering angles. I'm just gonna say it, put it out there. These
No.
angles are not flattering.
Okay, be honest. If you don't really care about Pokemon, you don't care about Pokemon, right? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You don't care about Pokemon, okay?
Midwest man says, how do
Let's
you like your
analyze
coffee?
that.
How do you drink your coffee when you have a coffee?
Usually.
Oh
like
my god.
flavored
These
creamer.
questions are so fucking boring, dude. Like, and he's telling us that my audience are a bunch of adults. They're not children. But these fucking questions. How do you drink your coffee? Do you like Seattle? Do you like Lamp? Like, come on.
Like what flavor?
Well, right now I tried that peppermint mocha flavor. It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Or hazelnut.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I just drink it black because I used to drink coffee when I had an office job, and I would load it up. I would put creamer. I would put sugar.
And people could argue that like DSP is talking over Cat, and that's why he has the higher ratio of talking. But in reality, Cat just says one-word answers, and DSP has a novel for his answers. Like, literally, like, Cat, do you like drinking water? Yes. Yeah. Yes, I like drinking water. Okay, so like, I think personally, water is a pretty good drink. I don't like to play favorites because like, water is like a good beverage that you should drink. A lot of people don't drink water because water is like boring, and they drink like alcohol, and then they get in their cars and drive. Well, obviously, you gotta drink water, so I think water's pretty good. Jasper Kitty, he's not showing up. Okay, but like, okay, Jasper likes water. He drinks water all the time. So, yes, I guess I do like water, but that's a dumb question. That's his answer about everything. It's just a novel with him, and Cat will just say yes or no or whatever, just simple answers. And these will give you a fucking novel.
Many calories that I mean, you guys remember the old videos of me, how fat I was and everything.
Oh my god, I was so fat.
I just drink a black cup of coffee because all I want is the energy boost from it. That's it. That's the only reason I'm drinking it. I'm not drinking it for flavor. I'm not drinking it for anything else.
Why not do cocaine?
Down the hatch and done. So there you
do
go.
cocaine for energy.
Cloudy with another super chat here. Thank you, Cloudy, for the super chat. Spidey, that would never work. He says, why don't we get a third stool and put it between us for Jasper? Jasper is not the kind of cat that just sits in one spot.
Oh my god.
He just said that he
whatever.
stood up, scratched, repositioned, and moved to a different spot on the floor. He is not a cat that, unless he's dead asleep, he's never.
Why not just have a third stool in
just sitting in the
case?
same spot. Just be honest, okay? So
whatever. Yeah, we can't just have it there so the cat can sit there sometimes.
Chocolates that you like?
It's better to never see the cat than see the cat a few times. Oh my god, what was this question about chocolate?
Do you have any cat? Do you have any particular chocolates that you like? Do you have like a favorite brand of chocolate or type of chocolate? Right.
Another banger question.
I guess the Hershey's with the almonds.
Hershey's.
The milk or dark chocolate?
Oh my god, dude! She said almonds, and he's like, "Oh, wait, milk chocolate or dark chocolate?" Okay.
I prefer dark chocolate because it's not as sweet, and I don't like overly sweet things.
Yeah, Kat, you like that? Like, this woman is saying her opinion about, oh, I like chocolate, blah 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 blah. And he's like, yeah, you do. It's like, who the fuck talks like this? Yeah, you do. Yeah, like this sounds like you're watching a fucking brainwashing session. Like this is less family night, more family conditioning night.
But when I do, I prefer to have dark chocolate because it's not as sweet.
Okay, dark chocolate or something with almonds in it. Okay.
All right, yes, that's what you like. Okay.
For me, I just love all chocolate. I've already answered that question a million times. I actually just love any kind of chocolate.
All chocolate. Oh yeah, chocoholic, dude.
That's my candy. Like I prefer to eat.
Oh my god.
I really don't eat candy without it.
Dude, his chocolate shit is so fucking obnoxious. God damn.
Bloom Kid did a super chat. He said, so for video games, do you prefer a sci-fi setting, a fantasy setting, or a modern setting when you're playing an RPG? And
okay, a gamer question.
Sci-fi, fantasy, or modern? What would be your
fantasy? I knew it was going to be fantasy.
Yeah.
Now, when you say that, you mean
boring.
Like
She's boring.
Yeah.
Not that there's bad fantasy, but it's pretty boring. Out of the other
like the night aesthetic
categories.
Or magic and stuff like that over...
I don't know if he said he hated chocolate.
For instance, I like Elder Scrolls more than... I mean, I like Fallout a lot, but if I had to choose, I would choose Elder Scrolls over Fallout because it's a more... I like the magic.
I think he just says like he has it under control now.
Just that kind of thing. The aesthetic is better.
Okay. I was a bit important too.
So yeah.
Mods.
Dentronics.
You know what to do.
Membership for 2 months, and Dentronics. This is a question for Jasper Kitty. Now Jasper is falling asleep.
Oh my god, fucking! I hate this Jasper Kitty fucking chill.
His question is, what is your favorite litter style, scented or non? And we can answer
Litter
because
style.
we've actually tried various different litters over the years with him, and the one he likes the best actually is, what is it? Is it like rose, and what is the scent? It's
Oh my
something
god, he
with
can
wheat in
answer.
it, isn't it?
I love he says I can answer it, and he doesn't know what it is, but he knows it has hemp in it.
Something like that.
No, it's like
They give their cat hemp litter. The fucking people who are like, weed kills brain cells, weed causes crimes, weed does all fucked up shit. They give it to Jasper. Okay.
It's like clean paws or something, or I don't know.
No,
But
well,
Phil,
what
if
we
it has
said,
hemp,
remember how to
you're
set
giving
up
your cat
something
marijuana. That cat's breathing in marijuana as he shits.
I swear it had hemp or something in it,
Yeah.
and it's weird because we've tried all these different ones, right?
Yeah.
And then that particular one seems to like calm him down.
Oh my god, it's so funny. He kept insisting there was hemp in it, and then he says he'd calm down. Yeah, your cat's getting fucking high, Phil. Dude, he's making his cat go high. The cat's gonna be like really like munchies. He's gonna go on the munchies. That's probably why Jasper got fat, because of the fucking hemp. These people hate weed, but they fucking make their son fucking high. Their son cat Jasper Kitty. God damn it! I hate it here, man.
When he uses it
Oh.
for whatever reason, when he, it seems to be, and plus it makes the house smell really good
Yeah.
too, compared to some of the other scents. They smell
The
more like a
answer is-
very,
Well-
like strong.
At this point, I feel like all answers
deodorizer
are
odor.
the
Yeah.
That
correct
one sounds
answers when it
more
comes
like
to
a
Phil.
nice scent for the house in general, I think. But
Okay. Well, I like the gain scent. They have a gain scent one too.
well, you prefer the Gain scent, right?
Yeah.
They have a one
Gain?
that smells kind of like the Gain detergent, right?
Yeah.
And so that one is one that we've gotten it. Over
Oh
the
my
years, too.
god,
Oddly enough, when we go
dude!
to
If
the pet
if
store-
if you care enough about fucking scents, how is that enjoyable? Gain for Jasper. Jasper takes a shit and still smells like fucking clean solution.
they don't usually consistently
whatever.
have the same one. Like when we like one, we'll buy it for like 6 months, and then they just won't have it anymore. So then we have to buy
Yeah.
a different one. We have to keep swapping. So we don't have like one consistent, litter that we've had for like years, because we have to every year change it depending on what they have at the store for some odd reason. I don't know what's up with that.
No, Phil, maybe they're getting stolen. People are stealing litter. I heard it's a thing in Seattle. All these people are just going crazy for litter, obviously.
Okay.
The
Looks
crime
like
is so
we have a
high
kit
there,
that came
man.
in here. Let's give that a look.
They're driving the cars right
We
into
got a
the pet
$5
store.
kit, from Andre, and he says,
Andre.
Phil encounters humorous moments all the time during gameplay, whether it be part of a story or a game bug. Do you encounter such moments yourself when you game? Is it something common to you to run into game bugs?
Oh, all the time. They're just
All
not
the
as
time.
memorable because I'm playing it by myself. So
Right,
What?
you're playing it on a stream with a bunch of people to laugh about it.
right.
I laugh about it, but it's like
Okay.
I don't really remember it in my head.
Whatever.
Well, the game that you
She
have
moves
probably
on,
complained
man.
the most about recently with game bugs would be Starfield, right?
Oh, that's
Right?
the most recent
Oh
one.
yeah,
What were
that
some of the
game.
things you were encountering in that?
I just love she said she encounters it and she just forgets about it because it like doesn't, why would she think about it, whatever. And he's like, well, you could play a lot about Starfield, like, I mean, whatever.
Well,
Probably trying to,
basically, the
like,
game
dredge
would
up memories
freeze
about
on
it,
me
I guess.
Like 40 minutes or so, like 30 to 40 minutes, the game would freeze up,
Right.
or
It-
it would just plain crash.
I just think it's just for GSP to like experiment banning trolls over cat stuff, getting her accumulated to do the infinite wealth stuff, and then that's gonna be it. Because I also think she doesn't want to do that Animal Crossing thing by herself or whatever. Like she just doesn't want to do it. So she wants to watch Phil do it so she knows what to do in her game. That's kind of what it is, in my opinion. I think she just wants to experience it through him because she doesn't want to do it herself. Because, as you know, she's been asking Phil for help playing video games. The guy who has mountains of This How You Don't plays.
And then, like I said, you have to constantly save in that game, because then sometimes if you don't save, it'll just crash and it'll just lose progress.
Right.
bad
Yeah.
frame rate. I mean, I've
And
lost.
that's common on consoles. The frame rate was terrible on consoles, right?
Right?
Yeah, it was just terrible.
Okay. This is up to you if you want to answer this or not. Dan did a super chat saying, "What is your favorite?"
Like, I like how he doesn't really answer the question though. He goes through the effort of talking about Starfield, but it doesn't go anywhere because the question was, do you remember any funny glitches? And they just talked about bad glitches.
About DSP. First of all, you can call me Phil. My name is Phil.
Oh my god, what was this fucking question they're being weird about?
This is up to you if you want to answer this or not. Dan did a super chat saying, "What is your favorite quality about DSP?" First of all,
I love. We start the question. That Cat, you can answer it if you want. After he reads it, he immediately starts talking, and already highlighting in a negative way. What is the problem here? The question is even saying, "Hey, Kat, what is awful about Phil? Why does Phil suck? Kat, what don't you like about Phil?" They're just asking, what's his qualities? She could say he's a funny guy. He has hair, and he got me Jasper. There you go.
you can call me Phil. My name is Phil, not DSP. Yes, it's DSP on my gaming streams.
Oh my god, and then he does this fucking bullshit. You call me Phil. Not DSP. Motherfucker, you fucking piece of shit. Your channel is DSP Gaming. You go every day being called DSP. That has Phil in the name. Why does it fucking matter if they call you DSP and Phil? And then, if he's on a normal stream and someone say, "Hey, Phil," he might be like, "Why you calling me Phil? I'm DSP. I don't want you to be formal with me." Oh no, they call him Philip, and that makes him really weird. "You're being very formal with me. Why are you doing that?" All this shit. But now here it's like, "Oh, you could call me Phil." This fucking dude, man. And he wants to say, "I'm real and honest every day on his old fucking streams." If he's so real and honest, then why can't we just call him whatever? Why not call him Phil or DSP? Why does it matter? Why do we need to separate DSP gaming streams and family night streams that's also on DSP gaming? I mean, the fucking thumbnail has like a DSP gaming like 15 years logo on it.
A real stream of the two of us just kind of hanging out. You can call me Phil.
Oh my god.
Any favorite qualities about me that you would like to share? If not, you don't have to. I tell
You don't have to.
No pressure here or anything. Okay?
Wow.
Funny?
I almost. Wait, I want to hear this again.
Not, you don't have to. I tell you, this is, no pressure here or anything.
Let's put captions.
No.
Funny?
Okay. The captions did catch funny. I almost thought she said money. And that would have been so much funnier. He needs a 4th channel dark side family. I'm telling you, that's what he's gonna do to Chaos Realm. Dude, they're gonna log in to Chaos Realm 01 one day, and it's gonna change. Like some random detractor who subbed to Chaos Realm 01 or whatever is gonna be like waking up one morning, going to YouTube, and for some reason wants to watch a Chaos Realm video. And then the person realizes, wait, the thumbnail changed. The avatar is different. Now it's Dark Side Family? Guys, we found his 4th channel. And then he's gonna come on stream. "Guys, I want to announce the 4th channel."
Funny?
Yeah.
Okay. She thinks I'm funny. That's good. That's good, right?
What a great
Levi did a super chat.
And that's it. That's the only quality. She sat there thinking, and then said funny. And that's it. And then, his reaction, the way he talks to Kat, just sounds like he's talking to a baby. Man, it's so condescending. It's condescending, and it's just I said this even when he first had her on in 2018 and all this stuff. It's just, it really is he treats them like they're babies and all this shit. It's really fucking bizarre.
Hey Phil, I've been a big fan all the way since your original Dead Space 1 playthrough. I've now graduated college.
Graduated?
All the love, my man. Let's have a great 2024. Well, thank you so much to Levi, very, very much for the super chat. And I'm glad that I've entertained you for so long. I mean, you're talking about 15 plus years, right?
This stream.
2008.
Whoa.
The original Dead Space 1 playthrough when it was a brand new game. So that's amazing, and thank you for watching for so long. Okay. Let's continue. Now, I know you guys are asking questions, but they've all scrolled off the screen, so if you tag me again...
Oh my god, tag him again.
Phillip. That is not allowed. It's against the rules.
Oh, fuck, see?
Let's see here.
You can't call him Philip. That's against the rules. Fuck you, Phil. We're hanging out with you. And I call my friends by their full name. I don't do this short name bullshit, so if we're friends hanging out, Philip.
I started playing the Yakuza series with Zero. Who do you like more, Kiryu or Goro? Goro Majima. So, which character do you like better?
Kiryu.
Oh.
Why do you like Kiryu better?
Vanilla.
There's a better backstory or more.
What about Ichiban? How come the fucking... Oh, you know, he's playing through Yakuza. He probably hasn't reached Ichiban yet, the GOAT. But my god. She just says Kiryu, he says Kiryu. Dude, like, you know, Majima, like, at first, like, yeah, okay, I'll let DSP describe Majima. I'll get into Majima when he brings him up.
For me, I mean, it's Kiryu for me, and the reason is he's always been the protagonist. Goro's been a semi-protagonist for several games.
But him saying, like, oh, I like Kiryu because he's the protagonist is such a fucking base, boring answer. This dude is so fucking boring. He likes all the fucking main characters and all this shit. Like, the protagonist. He doesn't like a villain. As far as I know, he hasn't said, oh, this villain's so cool. Like, you know, I watched Gurren Lagann. And Spiral King's a fucking cool-ass character. He's a villain. He's a rad-ass villain, man.
But he's kind of like the wild card character, like they say. What do they call him? The Mad Dog or whatever.
The Mad Dog.
And he just goes crazy in combat. And I get the appeal of that. You know, almost like a psychopath, but at the same time...
He thinks all he is just a psychopath. See, this is what I wanted him to say. Because the thing is... Majima has a good backstory. I liked his backstory in the Yakuza 0, which made the Kiwami 2 remake way better. Like, that remake was really good, but it was kind of disappointing as well. Oh, the combat's pretty good, whatever. But the Majima stuff they added was so good. And it's like, this is like a sequel to Yakuza 0. It was such a good fucking aspect of his character.
I prefer... to have a more stable main character, and Kiryu's been through so much and had ups and downs over the years with all his storylines, so I'd like him better.
Oh my god, you need more stable people. Oh,
any
this dude.
Games, hold on.
Any
childhood games you'd like to get a genuine good remaster or a remake? For me, it would have been Crash Bandicoot, and that was fulfilled. Are there any games that you played when you were younger?
Yeah,
that come back and maybe be redone
that's rough
for a modern audience.
Hey, here's Anime Gamer. Smiles. Mabel, Dead School.
Donkey Kong Country? I don't think so.
They did a modern one over a decade ago. It was
what was it?
Donkey Kong Country Returns, and then they did Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
But the last one was like 10 years ago on the Wii U, so it's been ages since there's been one.
Yeah.
So you would like to see another Donkey Kong Country game for like the Switch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, for me, when I think back to the games from my youth.
I just love they mentioned childhood, and she wants Donkey Kong Country, like Returns. I don't know, whatever.
Still exists. Mario still exists. Final Fantasy still exists. Street Fighter still exists in a modern capacity. So quite frankly, most of the games that you would think, oh, would it bring it back? They don't have to bring it back. Like a lot of these are still long running.
This dude is so fucking lame. They're saying like what franchise from his childhood, and he's talking about like mainstream shit. Like, well, everyone likes this, and these are still going around. Okay.
You know, I'm just trying to think, like, what are some of my favorite games? I'd like to see the Mother series continue, because, you know, Earthbound is an amazing game, and then Mother 3 was never even localized in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd love that.
That would be amazing.
I'm sure he would.
That would be pretty sweet.
He wants it so bad, man.
But yeah, outside of that, you know, maybe the Suikoden series, but again, they're remaking 1 and 2. Maybe if that does well, maybe they'll make a new one, because I think they made 4 or 5 of them until they gave up, right?
They gave up. How does he know they gave up?
Okay.
They gave up. Wow, how does he know that?
Things, a bunch of tips have rolled in.
Whoa, a bunch of tips, Cat. Get ready.
One by one, and then we'll get back to the common questions here. We have a $5 tip from Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix, who says, "Don't mind me. I'm going to try to fall asleep tonight with your voices in the background. I have sinus pressure above my eye.
Oh my god.
And then join with Jasper and crash as well." Wow. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Jasper's gone completely stretched out and flat on the floor.
Okay,
as if it was like a
wow.
deflated tire or balloon. So there you go. Jasper,
There you go.
relaxing. I hope you feel better there. Super Snow Carl Turbo HD Remix. Thank you for the tip.
Arizona Made Gamer. Look, I'm just gonna say, I do kind of like the dub in Like a Dragon. Before anyone brings up the youngster, look, I'm not talking about youngster. Okay, that's not the aspect of the dub I like. He should go away. The aspect of the dub I like is Ichiban's character. That's a good voice actor, etc., etc. So I'm fine with it dubbed. But Kiryu, I wish I could just keep him with Japanese voice because man, the youngsters ain't Kiryu. He could be Poochie, but
Continuing
you know what I
here,
mean.
It looks like there was a $4.11 tip. Okay, so this person asked for both of us, I guess. What non-gaming, non-food stuff do you guys like to do? For example, my wife and I do all kinds of
I
stuff.
love that we're saying non-gaming and non-food. Oh my god.
Notably, they apparently have a farm that they run, which is
that's
pretty
cool.
crazy. So do you want to take that? Like, what kind of stuff do we do outside of just gaming, right?
Well, we have our day off, and I mean, we like to watch shows together.
Yep.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's not consistent. Like, we don't watch narrative-based shows. Usually we're watching, like, a reality show.
Yeah, they don't watch like creative shows because that's boring. They watch reality shows which he considers to be trash.
Or gameplay through.
That's right. See, that's what I was just gonna say. It's not always just a show on like a TV station. We're watching, as I've told you guys over the years. Now we've begun to watch other YouTubers,
man.
and it's very
and it's awful.
Because we know idiots would go out there and try to harass these people.
Dude, this fucking guy has shat on all these people he watched, and it's like pretty much he's telling us he's not gonna tell them because he doesn't want to snitch it. I'm not telling you these other YouTubers because I don't want you to snitch on me, okay? You can't tell them that I'm talking shit about them.
Stream. But it could be any game. Like recently we watched someone play Detroit Become Human, and then we went and while we're watching someone play Red Dead 2, because I started playing Red Dead 1, and then we started playing Red Dead 2.
That's on the Indiana Jones game?
So, yeah. And, you know, at night we listen to stuff.
It's alright. I don't know. Like, I'm not a diehard Indiana Jones fan.
Like, some kind of relaxing music, like if you're in Christmas.
Like, I'm not that into the movies either. I've never seen Lost Ark,
We've changed.
Last Crusade, or anything like that.
Continuing on, there's a $3 tip here. Would you guys consider watching Terrifier 1 and 2? Are you into over-the-top gory horror movies?
I'm not watching the Microsoft thing.
Over-the-top gory horror movies?
I'm not.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, let's listen to this.
Would you guys consider watching Terrifier 1 and 2?
Laugh at this.
Are you into over-the-top gory horror movies?
Are you into gory horror movies? Like, it's just a genuine question.
Are you into over-the-top gory horror movies?
I'm not.
Are you into this? Are you into this? Like, were we supposed to know? But I thought that'd make us stalkers, Phil. Huh?
No, you don't even really like horror movies, right? You don't don't watch them at all.
I like psychological horror. I don't like
gore. Gore is the opposite of what you like when it comes to
my
movies.
god.
Not like
Okay.
That, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, no. For me, here's the thing. Do I like gory movies? Not particularly. I don't look for gore in a movie. If it's
Oh my
part
god,
of a
this
movie that's entertaining.
This
then
dude,
yeah, it
this
adds
is
to the
so
horror.
lame.
Like,
oh
for
my
me,
god.
when I think gore, I think like the 80s slasher films, right? You know, you think like Friday
Right?
the 13th or, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street or Halloween and stuff like that. But no, I don't actively. I haven't seen Terrifier 1 and 2. I have no desire to see them. I've heard they're extreme gore for the sake of being extreme gore, and I don't
my
really want
god.
to see that. That sounds gross. Okay.
But what if
$5
whatever?
tip
Okay.
has come
Okay.
in from August. Did you ever work at a gas station? No, I haven't. Yeah, did you ever work at a gas station?
No.
No. So we have no experience working at any kind of gas station or anything like that. Okay. Thank you to August.
What was that laugh about?
I assume probably August asked. Maybe August works at a gas station or has in the past, perhaps. Right? Could be.
Right.
Could be the reason why. All right. Swinging back over to the YouTube side of things. Hold on, because I got indigestion. excuse me. Sarah did a super chat and asked, this is for Kat, does Phil rage in real life like he rages when he's playing video games?
What a great question. This is so stupid. Yeah, no shit. DSP's not gonna fucking go downstairs and like, oh, if the trash is broken, oh my god, this fucking thing didn't work. Like, he's not gonna do that kind of shit in real life. Of course not. But it's easy to get like really like rage filled in video games because you're going to get someone that's putting pressure on you. Like, the only way DSP would be in that kind of rage is if Kat was like bullying him or like fighting with him. But that's not gonna happen because, I mean, look at him.
Really? I'm not exactly the same in real life as I act on stream?
No.
You mean that possibly I may just be hamming it up for the camera every once in a while to be entertaining for an audience? Is that what you're getting at here?
Yes.
Oh my god, this fucking guy, man.
As I've told you guys, I'm not the same person.
Remember, guys, he's real. He's not playing a character, but he plays it up. Okay.
Outside of this office, I'm not exactly the same person that you see on camera. When you're on camera and you're raging at a fighting game or a freaking first-person shooter, that's one thing. But when I step out of this office, I don't take that with me, right? I don't. And I don't get easily pissed off and over-the-top angry outside of this house doing stuff like I do playing a game. It's a little different, okay?
Okay, idiot.
Cole, I appreciate the super chat. However, we're not going to answer the question. He said, what are your favorite places to eat out? I'm not going to answer that because we can't do that because there's people who stalk and do stupid shit.
You could just say the kind of food, maybe. Whatever.
Eating out, right? You know, particularly around here, the Asian food is quite good. You know, ramen places, sushi places. There's a place nearby that has giant bowls of pho or fa, however you pronounce it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know, so there's all kinds of great Asian food around here, particularly that's something that we do eat. But we're not going to sit here and name names because then people are going to be stupid about it, okay?
You can be stupid.
Okay.
Hey, 15 years of slander. Hey, red animator.
Just dumb questions here. I'm just going to
Dumb questions. Get him out of here.
Let's see here. All right, I guess we can talk a little bit about the Tekken 8 demo. We got a couple people who.
Okay, now we can talk about it, guys.
So last
finally.
week we had our day off together. We were just kind of, you know, after having run all the errands and everything, we just sat down and Kat was looking for something to play because right now there's no major releases out, and the next game she's really highly interested in is Like a Dragon Infinite Well, and she's looking for something.
Okay.
To play, and she sees, you know, demos. Right?
Whoa,
she's going through all the
demos?
demos on Xbox, and she finds Tekken 8 and says, what the hell? You know, I'll just download it. So, what did you think about the demo? Like, when you played it, what were your impressions, and what did you like, and you know, what caught your interest? Because I was surprised that you liked it as much as you did.
Well, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I'm not a huge fighting game person, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a try because it's something different, you know. And
Yeah.
I thought it was. I mean, I was surprised as I was playing it. I was having a lot of fun, and it felt really smooth. Like, you know, the graphics were good. The characters.
Graphics were good.
Characters in the demo, so I mean, there's not like you have a lot of options to try different characters, but the ones that they did have, they were really fun to play with. And again, I'm kind of new to Tekken, so I don't remember the names specifically of the characters.
Well,
but
she started off with Kazuya.
yeah.
And then after having played a lot of,
Dude, I kind of zoned out. I kind of zoned out what she was talking about. I heard like she was looking for a game to play, and she's not a fighting game player, and it was Tekken. Like, and then she kind of talked about characters
Kazuya,
a little
she started
bit.
the story mode, and the story mode makes you play as Jin. So then she played with Jin for the story mode. That was.
This is so
available.
boring.
Kazuya
This
in the arcade
question.
mode and then Jin in the story mode. So.
Yeah.
They found
And
a
by
way
the
to make
we should
this
bring out
boring.
that this is on the Xbox Series S. This is not the X. She plays on the S, and it ran beautifully. Like
Yeah,
it was
it did.
smooth 60 frames per second the whole time.
Yeah.
So you played the two modes that were available. Out of the two modes, the story mode and the arcade mode, which did you like better?
Well, I mean, the thing is the story mode is only like one short chapter, and
Right.
most of it is an intro to the game.
Dude, it's a fucking demo. And she's like, yeah, it's not the full story. Yeah, you're playing a demo.
Fight or something like that. So
By the way, can you guys hear us fine? Because I forgot to ask them. That's
Oh.
totally my fault.
Oh
Are we
my
good? Are we in a
god.
good position? Do
So
either
who
of us
won
need to
this?
get
Who
closer,
wore the
whatever?
sweater
Make sure you
better?
guys can hear us tonight. So if someone could tell me if we're sounding all right.
I think
Sorry,
Kat
I didn't
does
do
because
I
it
didn't
kind
know
of
I
suits her
didn't do it
body
at all.
better. The issue with DSP is that the color he wore just doesn't work for him. Again, I've said this. He looks awful in white clothes. Like it's just not the color for him. Like it just does not work. If it was like a black one, he could have pulled it off better, or like a darker color. But white, no, he can't pull that color off.
Are we good? You guys can hear us good? Sound is good. Okay. All right, I'm sorry, continue. So you're saying the story is only
Oh,
one
she made a
thing,
robust,
right?
robust face.
It's not like, and it's between the
whatever.
two, the father and the son.
Right.
So that was fun, but it's like I played more of the other mode because there was more available for the, what was it, the arcade mode?
Oh my god, I want to hear this part again.
Are we good? You guys can hear us good? Sound is good.
Jeez.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry, continue. So you're saying the story is only one fight, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it's not like, and it's between the two, the father and the son.
Right.
So that was fun, but it's like I played more of the other mode because there was more available for the, what was it, the arcade mode?
Okay.
I think that's what they're calling it. It's like
Yeah.
arcade simulation mode, as if you're really a player going to an arcade to
Yeah.
play the local competition.
Yeah, so
Right.
obviously I feel like that one was longer. Like there's more content in that one to play than there is the story mode. It's obviously they're not going to show you, for the demo.
They're not going to spoil the whole story in the
Yeah.
demo. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean,
All
yeah,
right.
I would say I liked them both.
Oh my
but
god, dude!
Because I didn't
Like,
really get a lot. Like I didn't get to play a lot of the story because
it's part of the game,
Right.
I would say like I like them equally both.
So you
dude.
think-
They just asked her like if she thought Tekken 8 was fun, and she's like, "Well, I'll like both." What? Where did this answer go?
I mean, honest question: do you think you're gonna get it? Do you think you're interested in
Probably.
getting it and playing it from what you saw?
Yeah.
Because by the way, we should bring this up. The game has 32 characters. That's an insane amount of characters for the launch
Whoa.
of any game. So you think even if there's only one or two characters you like, you're
Right.
probably gonna end up finding another one eventually that may even plays differently that you like. You're gonna have replayability, and that arcade mode lets you switch characters, so you're not stuck playing the same
Maybe.
character
I mean,
all the
again,
time.
as I said, like, it could just simply be she's on medication, and it just kind of, and that does happen. There was a kid in my middle school I knew in 6th grade, very skinny person, like they were super skinny. The next time I saw them, they were huge, and I was like, oh, like, I didn't recognize you, and he's like, oh yeah, because I'm on these medications, and this, all that shit happens. I've heard stuff about that with other people as well. So it could be that because as I said, we know that she has medication because DSP was hyping that up as she was like he was waiting for her to move in. Jeez.
Learn different characters
God
and
damn.
swap between them in that mode,
Yeah.
which is kind of neat. Excuse me.
It could be that too. Who knows?
Okay.
I ain't a
there you go.
doctor.
Thank you to Ryan. Ryan.
Thank you,
re-upped,
Ryan.
His membership for 8 months. He says you bring entertainment to us, Phil. All right. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy the entertainment, Ryan. Thanks for 8 months of support. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's kind of a personal question, Demon in the Corner. But in general, if you wanted to answer it, I mean you have a friend or two out here who's
Yeah,
like people from your jobs and
I'm not
stuff,
gonna talk
right?
about that because
Right.
there's too many weirdos.
Exactly. That's the
Like-
problem.
Oh
As
my
much-
god. What was the question?
In general, if you wanted to answer it, I mean.
Was it like, do you hang out with
Okay,
friends? Hey, subject.
Well, I mean that's kind of a personal question, Demon in the Corner. But in general, if you wanted to answer it, I mean you have a friend or two out here who's
Yeah,
like people from your jobs and
I'm not
stuff,
gonna talk
right?
about that because
Right.
there's too many weirdos.
Dude, what is the question? And then he says, "You have friends." Like, is the question like, "Do you, hey Phil, do you hang out with friends?" I mean, you could just say yes or no. I still like the demon in the corner still exists. Yeah, I do like that because he doesn't know what it is. It's either he doesn't know what it is or he knows that it's like, oh, it's because he looks funny when he looks at the corner and he just like, okay, whatever. It's one of those things. And Demon in the Corner has been giving him super chats, so he kind of like paid his way to get like, hey, this is a troll tipper or a troll super chatter that's giving me money. I'll keep him on the leash a little bit until like I'm done with him, but I'll keep him around. I mean, until it gets real personal. Like, milk him as much as he can. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's the problem. As much as I
But it's
like
always
say,
fun to hear.
Sure, we have some friends and acquaintances out here, and we hang out with them, and we do this and that. Like, there's personal stories we could tell, but we're not, because then that involves them.
Oh,
And
that's
we have
looking
so
for
many stalkers
stories.
on the internet who are just nuts. They'd probably try to track these fucking people down and be malicious to them.
Right.
So we're not going to do that. Okay.
Okay. I mean, you could just say
So
we hang out with
Frisbee,
friends.
thanks for the
Bye.
super chat, but I think we've already kind of answered the
Hey,
question.
I'm late.
He basically says, "I've been following you since you started. You don't let the drama get to you, and that's you both are awesome. What hobbies do you have?" I think we already answered that, right? Like we like to watch
What?
other YouTubers do some
Oh.
playthroughs.
Yeah.
We're game, we're gamers.
It's so silly that that's what he considers hobbies. And they don't really have anything to do when he watches whatever.
We watch some shows together, and that's.
I watch
wow,
anime, that's a
it's like
hobby, I
half
guess.
fun, you know what I mean? Like.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
looking fun.
I
Because
draw,
that's an
I
industry
watch
that we do
anime,
full-time,
and I
we
watch
have a
TV
lot of
like
time for
Fargo.
big,
Yes.
tons of other activities or whatever, like that to change in the long term.
Oh,
By
it's the
way,
fucking hemp addict.
Here comes Jasper Kitty. Now, Jasper will have no clawing tonight, buddy. All right? Does anyone have a question for Jasper
part is
Kitty while he's
weird.
here? Hurry up. Ask
Oh
Jasper
my
a
God.
question before he gets down.
That way she was like petting him was really weird. It was just kind of like, it was almost like a backhand slap almost.
He wants to crawl on you because
Yeah.
he's so used to crawling on me. I got him.
Yeah, don't let him
I got him.
crawl on me.
Don't now.
Why did... See, so this is like low key for some reason. It like this kind of like made me really scratch my head. Why was she so like repulsive about letting Jasper on her lap? Like, is she just scared of just getting clawed? Like, come on. It's this cat, dude. And this image, oh my god. Okay, I need this. I need this image. Holy shit, this is like the perfect screen cap. This is... It really looks like there was a fight and like these people trying to break them apart. Like, Jasper, no! Let her go! Leave her alone!
What are you doing with that foot? What are you doing with that foot? Release my arm. Before he gets down. He wants to crawl on you because he's so used to crawling on me. I got him.
Yeah, don't let him
I got him.
crawl on me.
Don't let him. Don't let him.
That foot. Release my arm. How dare you? He tried to get me with his foot.
I haven't been able to make it. Yeah, these goonies are bad. They just get worse. And they're gonna get worse.
All right.
And then the ML stuff is gonna be worse. Actually, factually, that's gonna be worse. Because it's gonna be just DSB sitting there just talking about the game, maybe reading chat, and just ignoring her completely. And she's just gonna sit there like waddling around. Like this, at least it's like together awkward nonsense.
Okay, Ponage 101. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm sorry, I missed a bunch of questions because it was flying by there and I was dealing with Jasper. I know Kat cooks a lot of cuisine. What would you say is your favorite kind of cuisine?
Cuisine.
Japanese,
Oof.
American, Greek, anything else?
Greek?
What
Oh, they
is your
don't.
favorite
They can't
style
cook Greek food. They're not Greek. Get them out of here.
cuisine that you
They don't know authentic Greek food. He doesn't even know what tzatziki is. He doesn't even know how to say it. He says something stupid.
You made Italian. You made Mexican. You definitely made a ton of American. You've definitely made some Japanese stuff, right? You've done a lot of different, cultural cuisine.
They're playing.
My favorite.
Yeah,
thing
but the
to
thing
me-
is, DSB cannot function like that. He cannot just do a gameplay stream and answer questions or anything. Yet he would have to put the controller down. It's really, really ridiculous. And Kat can't read the chat. She has never at all read the chat unless she's telling DSB to ban someone.
and to eat would be the Japanese curry. That would be my favorite thing.
There you go.
There you go.
So that has
I kind of want to try making curry.
carrots, potatoes,
Potatoes.
and a curry powder, right? It makes it
Yeah.
a curry sauce, and that's eaten over white rice. And it's absolutely
Whoa.
delicious. And in fact, we're making that this week. We're going to have it as our dinner one day this week. So that'll be pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Let's see here. Does Jasper have any controversial opinions on politics? Yes. However, he's saving them. He is going to launch his own
Oh my
political
God.
channel after this coming election. So
Oh,
stay
yes.
tuned for that on YouTube, of course, right?
Can't wait. Great joke.
Last Frontier asked us, Cat
Didn't
prefer
even
companions
see your
or
waddle
Thieves
with
Guild?
the,
Mine is
the shutting
I
off the
like the girl
camera
quest.
for
What's your
them to
favorite
get
guild
off.
in Skyrim?
Wait, really? Oh, we can't even see your wall. Okay, never mind. I was like, we can. I was like, what? You could...
Companions, but I like the Thieves Guild. I like the story and the characters of the Thieves Guild.
Cool.
In Skyrim, of course.
Skyrim, right? That's what we're
Yeah.
specific, because that's the one you've played the most of too. You
Right,
did
correct.
try other Elder Scrolls games, but you never really got into them, right? Which I know you tried Oblivion when I started playing it, but you didn't really like it that much, right? Like,
It was archaic,
too
man.
outdated for you? Okay.
Oh.
Let's see here. I guess let's jump back. We have a tip here. I don't want to miss it because it came in a few minutes ago. A $2 tip from Slie. Do you guys like Jägermeister? Have you had Jägermeister?
You guys like Jägermeister?
No.
You never had it?
No.
Jägermeister's weird because
Why? Why is it weird?
It tastes like other liquor, right? Like it has this odd flavor to it. It's like you'll swallow it once and be like, "Oh, it's kind of sweet," and you'll swallow it again. You'll be like, "Why does this taste like cough syrup?" It's just weird.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
I don't actively drink it. I didn't even know about it until like maybe in my mid-20s when I had roommates and they
Bro, why would you know about fucking Jägermeister when you're under 20? Think about it.
different liquors, and they introduced me to it, and I did a few shots of it, and I was like, nah. You know, it's not good or bad. It just kind of exists. You know what I mean? So no, not a big Jaeger fan.
He doesn't. Nobody
Frisbee
knows.
did another super chat and asks, if you could travel anywhere, where would you want to go? Here you go. If you're free to travel anywhere,
There you go.
where would you like to visit?
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Japan.
You said that many times.
This dude. Okay. You know what? You know what? This Q&A is so insane. Because later on she says, I don't like anime style weeb. But this dude has such weeb opinions. But it's like well, it's so fucking weird. She liked anime in 2018. She hates it now. She has no interest to be into weeb shit, but she likes Yakuza. No interest in weeb shit at all. Wants to go to Japan to eat Japanese food. This is like most weeb shit you could be. Come on.
Oh.
Now, where in Japan and why particularly?
Shibuya. Say it.
Tokyo?
Tokyo. Okay, that's pretty mainstream.
Anywhere in Japan.
But anywhere would be good.
What makes you want to go to Japan over other places? Like me.
Oh my god.
honestly,
And then he like kind of like tries to lead her. Like he's like, all right, so why do you want to go to Japan? Where do you want to go? Oh, I want to go to Tokyo. Why? Why do you want to go there? See, I want to go there because, you know, blah, 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 blah.
My number one list would be Europe, like somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
You know,
Why?
'cause that's where my heritage comes from.
My heritage.
But, you know, I agree with you. Like, I think
don't know,
going
like,
to Japan would be fun.
I mean, I said last time, I was like, well, because
It's,
I'm playing-
you know, this is the one thing that's very different. DSP's all about his heritage and his Italian roots. He's all about that. Kat, I don't even think she knows what she is. Like, she probably doesn't know if you know, what nationality she came from or whatever. She probably doesn't give a fuck. So she probably has no opinion on anything. But DSP's like the most like, oh, family, heritage, blah, blah, blah. And Kat's like the extreme opposite of just not giving a fuck. DJ's like giving a shit ton about your fucking heritage. Kat is the opposite. The yin to the yang, man.
the Yakuza games
right.
and being immersed in that universe, you know.
And then you played Persona as well.
Yeah, that too.
And that also
So.
kind of immerses you in that, even the food and stuff, right? That
food.
universe or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, there you go. So for me, I've always said this, like, Japan, awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I would do
Awesome,
that.
yeah.
But I would one day like to do a tour of Europe, maybe. Like, they have that train that goes between all the major countries.
Right.
And to be able to take, like, a week, and take, like, 2 days in one country, 2 days in the next, 2 days in the next, and spend, like, within a week, you get to see, like, 4 different countries and do fun cuisine and everything.
But this is,
I think
that's
that would
kind of
be pretty
lame.
good.
I mean, whatever. Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. We've got
The country of Europe,
Yeah,
my
sure.
heritage.
no worries.
The
Got a
entire
$7
Europe.
Tip here.
My heritage, the
from
entire
August.
Europe.
So since I'm here, I might as well share. I like watching you, Phil, but I haven't recently. I do find Baldur's Gate 3 and Sea of Stars boring. So, big ups and to the mods for helping put in work tonight.
Oh my god, wait a second.
Since I'm here, I might as well share. I like watching you, Phil, but I haven't recently. I do find Baldur's Gate 3 and Sea of Stars boring. So, big ups.
I love that scoff. That is like the She had to have known what she was doing. I find your streams boring. Ha!
Ups and to the mods for helping put in work tonight and for Kat. And your makeup is on point.
Do you think, because she watches the streams apparently, what if she's like a suck account or whatever, and she's just one of the people that DSP complain about the stream being boring? She's LARPing in DSP chat someone else.
Tonight.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, thank you, August, for a $7 tip. And thanks for the nice words and compliments, right? Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Like right
I hear
now,
you, man.
Personally, I understand. I'm juggling
Cat is
2
low.
RPGs. I'm trying to play Resident Evil along with it, but there's not much you can really do. You know, we got other games. We got Tekken 8. That's going to be huge and different, right? But then I'm also going to be playing Like a Dragon, so it's another RPG. So I hear you. This is like the year of RPGs. It's insane, the amount of RPGs that are coming out within like a 4-month period. I don't know why these game devs think that's a good idea. I personally think it's a terrible idea. It's too many RPGs at once. Like, you have to pick and choose. Like let's be honest, right? If this was a different
that's what normal people do. Like,
first of all, we both love like
this dude is acting as if it's such a bizarre concept to just pick and choose. Like, come on, of course.
Dragon. So we would play that regardless, right? But
Right.
Persona 3, the remake.
Persona
is on Game
3!
Pass, and it comes out the week after frickin' Like a Dragon.
Oh.
Whoa.
Now, if you
Oh.
weren't playing Like a Dragon, you probably would have checked that out, right? Because it's free. It's on Game Pass. You played Persona 4.
But you can play it
loved
anytime.
But this, I'm
Like,
supposed to play
whatever.
2. How do you play 2 RPGs at once like that? It's insane. Like, it's too much time.
You
I don't know what they're
can.
thinking.
It's
But
not that
releasing
hard,
games so
okay?
close
You-
together, it doesn't make any sense. Okay.
Oh, Jasper's here.
Continuing
Oh,
on.
guys, Jasper's in the building. Oh, fuck.
From Mark.
Jasper, leave Kat alone. Leave her alone.
64 growing
Oh,
up.
go-
What
uh-oh,
was your favorite
uh-oh.
game for the Nintendo 64 if you
Okay, good. Oh, man, I was
I know
It's getting
Mario
scared.
64. I played a lot of that.
Yeah, 'cause that's the one that it came
Yeah.
with it. So, I mean, I think everyone played the crap out of that one, right? Did you have any other games for it, or just that? Is it the only
showing
one?
ass.
I think. I mean, it was forever ago. So that's the only one I remember.
Oh, man, this is like the cursed cat image. Like,
No, there.
these two have the most unfortunate like faces I have seen. The only thing with Cat is at least it doesn't like, it's not a punchable face like Phil's is. DSP's face is like designed specifically to get punched. Like it's really like God worked extra like overtime to make sure DSP's face is punchable. And Cat is just like it. She looks like a PS2 model or a PS3 model. Like, oh my god, it's really like it's like a Heavy Rain character model loading in.
There were other games, but it was so long ago.
Oh my god.
Alright, fair enough. A big $50 tip came in from Lisa Lou. I love your outfit tonight, Kat.
Thank you.
There you go. Complimenting you on your wardrobe tonight. Thank you, Lisa Lou, for your $50 tip. Biggest contribution of the night.
Yes. Was this
Well,
a $20
once
animation?
again,
Whatever.
He's asking a question. It's up. You don't have to answer questions like this. He says, does Phil have any interesting quirks that we don't know of? Does he put his socks on?
Oh, another great start to a question. Hey Phil, hey Kat, what are interesting quirks about Phil, which aren't innately negative? Again, another question that's basically asking just a positive question. Like, it doesn't have to be negative. DSP reads it, makes it negative. Do you think Kat is gonna want to answer the question?
First, before he puts on his pants or underwear.
What?
I know. Is there any real?
Oh my god, the
quirks-
example got that look.
interesting quirks that we don't know of? Does he put his socks on first before he puts on his pants or underwear? I know. Is there any real weird quirks that I have that people should know about?
It's kind of. I don't know.
It could really just be, oh, he goat laughs when I fucking, when Jasper goes to the hemp box. Like, come on. It could just be dumb shit like
I
that.
don't know how to answer these questions.
I know. Here's the thing, alright? Kat and I.
And you know, like, that is probably the closest we'll see Kat saying that these are dumb questions. It's kind of like, for some reason, DSP and Cat have both kind of a passive-aggressive attitude towards his own chat, which is just great. A great relationship they have.
There's certain kinds of couples, right? And certain couples are very kind of back and forth, razzing each other and stuff.
Razzing each other. Again, the person asked for a quirk. They didn't say, "Hey, Cat, is Phil a stupid idiot? Does he do anything stupid? Does he, like, put bacon grease down the toilet?" Like, it's not even that. It could literally just be, oh, he, like, taps the door, like, 5 times before he opens it. Like, it could just be shit like that. But it's like, he immediately assumes that, like, they're asking, like, insulting questions.
Like that. Quite honestly, we're just not like that. All right, we're just not. We don't go back and forth making fun of each other, razzing each other.
They're not asking Cat to make fun of you though. Like, why does he take it as if like someone's asking him to make fun of each other? They're not doing that.
We just kind of like relaxing, enjoying things together at the same time. You know, I help her with a game if she's playing it or whatever.
It really just also seems because there is a level of unhealthiness in a relationship when you can't confront each other about a problem. Like, instead it's like you just try to avoid any conflict, so you just, like, do that. But what if you need the conflict? Like, conflict isn't innately bad. Like, because then you can find a compromise and you can, like, expand your relationship, be more dynamic and robust. But, like, this thing is, like, we just like to relax, man. It's, like, really weird.
Yeah, watch a play. We're not.
Yeah, you know what? Smiles brings up a good point. He said they sound like a bunch of old people. And it's like, yeah, this is a stuff you'd hear from, like, old people because, you know, they're old. So, you know. So it's like, of course they're gonna, like, just, you know, they don't want to spend their last few years, like, being, like, fucking angry at each other. But, like, they're fucking, like, young. They're talking as if they're fucking 80 already. Like, they're ready to go to their retirement home.
A couple that goes back and forth in that kind of a relationship. Some people are, and that's fine if you are.
That's fine. That's fine.
Not. So when you ask a question like that, you understand we just don't have an answer. Like, no, there's nothing particularly about her that bothers me that I want to tell you guys, and now we can laugh.
They're not, again, they're not asking what she does that bothers you. It could just be something that you think is cute. Like, dude, this dude tells us all this stuff about Jasper. Do you think that, like, he said, like, oh, Jasper fell down, and he fell, and all this stuff. He pooped in the bed, and all this stuff. What if that makes Jasper embarrassed? He's embarrassing Jasper all the time so we can laugh at him. But Cat, like, oh, we can't just say, oh, she waddles in a cute way or whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be negative. And he acts as if that we're asking him. Now we're asking him, apparently, to say stuff that's bullshit about Cat. It is so fucking weird. When it was him, he's like, oh, we don't need to talk about fucking razzing each other and all this stuff, and I don't need to, like, insult her. It's like, why is it, like, joking when it's about you, but when it's about you talking about Cat, it's insults? What a weird correlation. Remember when we told the whole ass story about Cat? Thinking she busted the vacuum and we used it. Yeah, you know what? Holy shit. And Lee, thank you for being here. He does embarrass her. But he brings up those stories because he doesn't think it's insulting to her and just thinks it's a funny situation. I mean, sure, it's a funny situation, but it, like, if he cared about how it looks, for her, he should be thinking about that too. You just say, oh, the vacuum broke. Like, he doesn't have to say, oh, so Cat tried to work the vacuum and, like, the vacuum was just not working, so she just left it there. He could just say, oh, the vacuum broke. But honestly, she uses the vacuum the most, so either way, whatever. But, I mean, come on, man.
Fun at each other, and then she'll make fun of me. It's not like that. You understand? So, appreciate the super chat, but there's not going to be answers to those kind of questions, honestly. All right? Okay, let's see. Well, I guess this is an interesting question from Naja. Do you ever play Zelda games, and what's your favorite one if you've played them? Do you ever play a Zelda game before? I think you had mentioned you did, right?
I played Ocarina of Time.
Ocarina. She says Ocarina too. DSP says Ocarina. She says Ocarina. It's Ocarina or Ocarina. Ocarina of Time, man.
64.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
So I guess that would be an N64 game.
Yeah.
Is that the only one you've ever played?
I think so. I mean, no, I think I played the. Yeah, I think so. I don't think I'm not really big into.
Yeah, she's
Zelda.
not into good
I mean,
games.
you owned a console of Nintendo in
No,
ages,
I mean
right?
when I grew up, I played those, but I just don't play them anymore.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, because I guarantee she's like, I bet you she's like the same people DSP cries about all the time about them seeing Nintendo as kiddie games. She probably was like, I'm too old for Nintendo games. Yeah, about an easy one he gives every year. I've got to explain why she has no ability to drive in the snow and needs DSP to drive her to work. Ask her why DSP keeps telling us she has bad parking skills. Oh man.
Well, I see Haseo.
And then she can't drive on Black Friday because apparently she doesn't know how traffic works.
To ask Jasper if he's going to meow again on.
I mean, again, also he did not trust her to stir his sauce. Think about that.
Jasper has left the room. He's out there in the hall. If he comes back in, we'll grab him and ask him, Haseo, or if you see him, remind us. I would assume the answer is yes. The question is when. He is such. I mean, you can tell them. How often does Jasper?
You can
talk?
tell them.
A lot.
Right?
A lot.
All over the house. And
wow.
For some reason, when
guys,
here,
cats
he,
meow.
zips the lip. He clams up. I don't know if he's camera shy or whatever. Maybe I don't think he understands what the camera is. Maybe it's the lighting. But he almost never talks when he's in here. But when we're out of here walking around the house, he'll walk right up to us. Meow, meow, meow. No matter what we're doing.
Meow, meow, meow.
He'll walk up and say meow, meow, meow. Out of nowhere. You know? Okay.
Maybe he's just hungry, dude. Everything of that.
Let's see here. We got another tip to shout out. So I guess we'll do that. And then we'll go back to the general Q&A here. So this is Darkside Chris. He says, I'm still alive. Yes, Darkside Chris is from Hawaii, actually. I remember. He says,
oh my god.
$15 tip. Thank you for that.
He's from Hawaii. Guys, you know where he is.
No, I don't. I have no
I don't.
on any Dragon Ball game at this point. I'll be honest with you, Chris.
Oh my god.
Burn out on
I hate how he talks about fucking Dragon Ball. I'll be honest with you, Chris. I burned out from Dragon Ball. He has not done anything Dragon Ball since the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. How the fuck is he burnt out on it? He's burnt out on something he doesn't participate in. Huh?
Dragon Ball, I don't really care about it. Dragon Ball is pretty played out for me now that I'm in my 40s.
In his 40s.
Don't think about it anymore. I have no desire to watch it again. I've played 5 zillion games of Dragon Ball. Even as a YouTuber, I've probably played like 5 Dragon Ball games over the years, and I just don't really see the appeal of playing the millionth one. That's the same plot.
Why have fun?
Characters. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And then people say, well, why don't you get into Dragon Ball Super? Well, again, I'm not really into it. It's been so long, I don't really care about that.
Doesn't really care. But this, okay, he's 40 years old, and he like hypes up the fucking 80s movies he watches. Oh my god, Back to the Future is so good. Oh my god. Oh, I watched all these boomer Christmas movies I love as a kid. But God forbid he watches Dragon Ball or does anything Dragon Ball related. He can be burnt out on going through the same 3 arcs over and over. That I agree with. As far, when he brought up the games aspect of it, it's like, okay, I get it. Because the games do bring up the same stuff. So I'll give him that. I'll give him the games. But he could be watching Dragon Ball still. And he kind of reps the anime in that as well. So the games, I'll give him some leeway. Thanks for bringing that up, Smiles. But yeah, I guess he has a point with that. But he kind of just brings up like the franchise itself, which is just...
Oh, I know. Baby, don't worry about that. And what are you gonna
Oh, this is a good moment.
Super. Well, again, I'm not really into it. It's been so long, I don't really care about that.
You know,
You need to get him. And then this is what I love. This is what I loved about this. Let's analyze this. She finds a person in his chat that she thinks is deemable to be banned. Like, she's like, mods, get him. And he is like, don't worry about him. We see him. Why not just ban him? Why is he like, yeah, he's there. Don't worry. Don't worry about him.
We don't worry about that. And what are you gonna do? It's just
what are you gonna do?
Pay attention to him. All right, we'll take care.
Don't pay attention. We'll take care of it. But like, you clearly weren't, and she just said, ban him. And he just talks to her like a baby and like, don't worry about it, man. Just don't think about it. Like, come on.
He's a moron. I don't have to be bothered by that guy.
No, I'm bothered by him. Just
yeah, we'll get him.
Yeah.
We'll get him when we see him.
We'll get him when we see him. She just pointed him out, and his reaction was, "Don't worry about it. We'll get him when we see him." And this dude was like, I'll lock down the chat, and if you make fun of Cat at all, you're gone. And Cat made fun of her, whatever. It says ban him, and she's like, don't worry about it. We'll get him when we get him. Like,
but yeah, no, I really don't give a crap about Dragon Ball. I'll be honest, Darkside Chris, it's not that I hate it or anything. I just have no interest in it anymore. You know, we've covered it so extensively over the years, you know what I mean? All right, let's see here. Let's start answering more general questions now.
oh yes.
Let's see here. Okay. Well, okay. We got Dan did a super chat, but I already answered this earlier today. He says, "How old is Jasper?" We don't know the answer to that because we rescued Jasper from a shelter.
Okay, yeah,
His owners front declawed him only, which is weird that it would only be a front declawing.
I don't think Cat would want a front clawed cat. You know what I mean?
And the reason he was at that shelter, we were told by the worker at the shelter that he'd been there for a while because people didn't want the idea of a front declawed cat. They wanted a cat that was indoor and outdoor, and he can't be outdoor ever. He has no claws to defend himself. So because of that,
whatever,
he was kind of stuck there for a while. Now, when we rescued him, and this was 5-6 years ago, they said he could have been 2, 2.5. He could be 3. They didn't know, right? So if you do math, you figure he could probably age range anywhere between like 8 to maybe like 10. Like, we don't know. We have no idea realistically because we don't have the data. I wish we did. Because it sucks not knowing how old your pet is, when their birthday is, and stuff like that.
I think they said he was 3 when we got him.
I think they had said they thought he was probably.
Oh my god, dude! Like they said that he was 3, and these are like, well, they think. What if he was 3?
That was their middle guess was 3.
Yeah.
So again, he's probably like 8 or 9, maybe 10. Again, dependent on the range there.
He could just say, like, if they say it's 3, then just say it's 3. You don't have to be this fucking stupid about it. Whatever.
Doug also did a super chat tonight and says, "Hello, Filling Cat. What's going on, Doug? How's it going?"
Hello, Philip.
Good evening, and thank you for the super chat. Okay. Let's see here. Big Mac did a super chat. What are our favorite games of all time? Do you have overall favorite games that you think of all time that you like to go back and play or that you think about?
Do we want to answer the questions again? Because we all answered last week.
Here's the thing. These people they do this to me every day.
Oh my god. And then like we gotta say and it's like, oh, they asked me the same question. You don't have to answer it. You could just say, we answered we talked about it before, but it's this or whatever. You get come on.
It's not always the same people on the stream. It's up to you. If you don't want to answer again, you don't have to.
No, I don't mind answering. I was just like, I don't want to bore people with the same, questions. Or, answers.
Well, he could also... No, he said in the beginning of this that he could skip questions. Why not just skip questions that he already answered then? Okay.
Right. So what was your answer? What was your answer from last week?
Favorite game?
Yeah, like your overall favorite game or games you think of some of the best.
Oh my god.
By the way, be careful because you did...
She did. She kicked the camera. What a great camera placement.
I liked Alan Wake 2.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Wake 2, man.
Year, right?
Oh, you mean like...
Dude.
Yeah, like what are...
She looked bored even in the first video. She looked bored in every time she was involved with DSP, she looked bored as fuck. Like, man, it's just a misery, and I think this is just worse.
Of all time, maybe games like to go back to every once in a while or something.
Skyrim, but there's only so many times you can play that game without getting bored.
Because like even fundamentally, what could you possibly do? Like Q&A is like a finite fucking thing. You're not gonna always get it if you do it a lot. And it's just like, you don't do anything interesting. It's not like they make a video and then people want to ask them, like, oh, what do you think of this? What's your inspiration? Or whatever. There's nothing special about these two. And especially with Kat, because Kat is as much of a normal person in the sense that she just has a job. She wakes up, goes to work, comes home, wakes up, goes to work, comes home, whatever. It's just normal shit. So what's she gonna do? What's she gonna talk about? And their hobbies is just watching TV. They have nothing else. It's not like, Kat isn't working all this time as DSP is. She could do something else. She could pick up a different skill. No.
Great game. I guess any, like Fallout 3 is a good one to go back to. And there's just so many.
You like the open world RPGs a lot.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you like.
Yeah,
I
do.
Get immersed in the world.
Because those ones you can go back and replay.
Right.
There's not. I mean, there's other ones.
No, because
Right.
she might say something insulting
For
to
me,
Phil, and we
I
can't
don't
have that. They're not that kind of
absolute
couple.
Favorites. I have favorites by genre. So if you ask me,
Oh
what's
my
favorite
God.
fighting game, I'll say Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. If you ask me what's my favorite platformer, I'll say Super Mario World. But I don't have an overall game that's the absolute best. It's kind of like everything in my life. I don't play favorites like that because I like variety. Because I like variety. I don't
variety,
like to play
baby.
the same game all the time. Eat the same food all the time. Do the same activity all the time. Gets boring, right? I like mixing it up.
Like
and
this
alternating
stream.
between that way I don't get bored. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, Jasper Kitty. Did you guys hear it? It was very low.
I heard it.
Jasper Kitty.
Kitty.
Jasper Kitty.
No, he's got to be up here to hear it.
Did you guys hear? He did meow. He did meow, but he was on the floor, so you probably didn't hear it. Jasper Kitty. Jasper. He won't do it now. No. He did meow.
She doesn't even look interested in Jasper.
And he did do it, but it was too low to the ground. You probably didn't hear it at all. All right.
He must have been getting close to her feet.
We got a $5 tip. From an anonymous tipper. No message attached to it. Just an anonymous $5 tip. All right. Thank you for the anonymous $5 tip.
All right. Yes.
And now I guess we'll go back to chat questions and see what the chat has to talk about. Remember, if we do slow down on chat questions, we also have people who post other questions in the thread, but I don't know if we'll get to that tonight or not. We'll see what happens.
Oh, man.
This is a silly question. It's totally up to you. People, here's the thing. You might not understand this because you're not on stream every day like me. People focus on
my
little
God.
things that I tell a story about, and they obsess about it forever.
Dude.
Okay? The Burger King chicken
He's
sandwich.
he's acting like this because he knows Bloomkit is a person that wants to get rants and does all this shit. That's what that he knows Bloomkit is that guy. So he just assumes this is some nonsense.
Right? You remember how bad
Yes.
the chicken sandwich was, right? So now Balloon Kid does a super chat. It says, "Do you want to tell the story from your perspective? Is there a big perspective difference between your?"
He thinks it's a question to see if DSP lied. And they could have just been like, all right, yeah, I'll give you my perspective. So it was this kind of they could have just answered the question. Who fucking cares?
Your side and my side of this story, right? Do you even care about that to address it?
No.
Okay, there's your answer, Bloomkit. She doesn't care about the chicken sandwich. No one should. It's been over 2 years.
I guarantee you, this dude still has the chicken sandwich in his OBS. I guarantee you, he has it in his OBS.
We've all moved past the chicken sandwich. Maybe you haven't, and maybe other people haven't, but I don't think anyone.
And this dude talked about the stupid fucking chicken sandwich every year since it happened. Come on, get out of here.
Thanks. Okay,
Thanks.
Continuing on. Let's see here. Do we have any funny memories of Jasper that we remember? I mean, my general answer to that is no, and the reason being, we have funny things with him all day, every day, right?
Yeah.
He's an active cat. He's always up with us. He's a very social cat. He's always involved with everything we're doing. So it's not like, oh, there's a memory of this funny thing to happen. No, every day there's so much going on. I don't have, again, I'm not someone who has these absolute memories or anything, right? Do you have any particular...
What?
Social cat. He's always involved with everything we're doing. So it's not like, oh, there's a memory of this funny thing to happen. No, every day there's so much going on.
Oh my God, dude. He could just say, oh, I remember when Jasper jumped. It was so funny or whatever the fuck. He could just do shit like that.
Right? Do you have any particular things in your memory of funny things he's done over the years or anything?
One one thing, not really.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Any patterns or things that he does? That you
So
find
he's not a
funny?
fun cat then.
Well, he could. I don't know. I don't.
Dude, they hate this cat. They, like, it's really like they got this cat to make fun of him. And just, like, be weird about him. Like, they don't give a fuck about this
No, I
cat.
can't think of it.
Outside of feeding him and all that shit, they care enough to give him food and water, but they don't care enough to, like, care.
All right, it's fine.
Like-
If it's no big deal, if you don't want to answer the question,
No.
it's not. If it's nothing special, right? Okay.
What about the time? Okay, I remember this one funny time. So Jasper had a collar that had a lot of phrase. So DSP had to hold cat down. Oh my god, hold cat down. Hold Jasper down. As Cat got the scissors to cut the phrase. Now he never specified if they removed the collar before. They just said they had to hold Jasper down, which is kind of wild. Like, I kind of hope that he just forgot to mention that they took the collar off, because the other way is way scarier for the cat.
What?
I
What?
don't know what that means.
I don't even know either, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I don't know what it means. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Let's see here.
Cat, what do you think about the Argentinian memberships?
Do you have any ghost stories? Look at this.
Oh,
Do you have any ghost
man.
stories?
Look at this.
Or stories of the supernatural?
Like, this dude says that he knows what the trolls found about Cat, and somehow just didn't care about the Exorcist shit.
or
Okay.
anything like that.
Oh, by the way, guys, since I have you guys on stream, I'm gonna read this to you, just so you guys remember this. For hate is never conquered by hate. Hate is conquered by love. Little knowledge dropped from a Chinese fortune cookie.
Have you ever had like a supernatural experience? in
All
your
the time.
life?
Yeah.
No. So I guess the answer is no.
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 Well, at least she's able to laugh about it. I mean, come on.
Did you ever play Morrowind before?
No, Morrowind is before.
That's even
Oblivion.
before Oblivion.
That's even older.
Even older. I
Yeah.
tried, and I played it for like, what was it, like a few weeks, like a month,
Yeah.
and I played it like 2 streams a week or something like that, and even then I got bored of it and I couldn't keep playing it. You know what I mean?
That fortune cookie.
It's so different from the modern ones, the modern Elder Scrolls
Yeah.
games.
Good evening, Drew.
True,
Corporation. How you doing
true.
tonight? Welcome to the stream.
But did DSP conquer his own hate? That's the question. He did say
Well, I mean,
Morrowind.
here's a question for you, if you'd like to answer. How was it working retail during COVID? What was that like?
Oh Jesus.
Oh, jeez, Jesus.
Oh,
Get into it. Let's go.
interesting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I mean, what is there? I mean, the thing is like,
What is there to say? There was a whole thing where like businesses were like locked down. Best Buy was trying to figure a way to like get to do curbside deliveries or whatever the fuck. Like all this stuff. Like it changed a lot of businesses. What can you really say, man? Yes.
it just exposes you to how stupid people are
Mhm.
and how gross people are. You
Yep.
know, like, and how
Dude, it-
prepared people
whatever.
are to deal with like a
I mean,
virus.
they say this, but the thing is like there's a lot of stuff within the government that was not like really passing in terms of handling an epidemic or a pandemic like that. I mean, there's lots of that happen. I mean, it's just gonna be years and years of like a government people doing shit, but it's like that was going on, and you can't expect all of humanity to be all on the same like train. That kind of shit, like whatever. Okay.
Like we've never had a virus before.
Mm-hmm.
Before COVID. Like COVID is the first virus to break out in America, and somehow it's this new thing, and everyone freaked out,
Yep.
and went and bought all the toilet paper and just acting like the world was gonna end or something.
Why were people getting toilet paper? Think about that.
Just a freaking disaster.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Okay.
No particular stories or anything that come to mind that you
no,
want to
I
tell?
mean there's tons of stories, but there's so many of them.
There's tons of stories, but there's too many of them. I can't answer. Can't give you one, man. There's too many.
It would take forever to tell tell them all. There's just
All right.
people being stupid and
She could just say one story. Just one story. No.
gross and, you know, thinking that I'm not gonna get all political, but you
Okay,
know,
fine,
just
fine.
I'm not gonna
saying.
get all
Don't have to.
political.
Don't have to. No pressure.
So
Okay.
political to
But-
say, man.
we'll
You
continue.
know, if you wear a mask, you don't
got
have
a
to worry about
$3 tip
sneezing on
here.
people.
From Super Still Carl Turbo H.
Whatever.
Remix. Curious why trolls will tip you guys but think that you're somehow gonna read it. They could have just bought a Subway sandwich with it instead. They could have did anything with it.
Well, why would they want to
They
eat
think that
trash
we're
when they
dumb
could
or something.
listen
Like,
to it?
Why on earth would we waste time reading that nonsense? We're not dumb.
Nope.
It happens every day. I ignore it every day. This is no different than every day. So thanks. For
Well,
nothing,
it's a
stupid.
it's a
Oh, all right.
it's honestly a DSP loot box if you think about it. You put $1 in, and you just hope you pull a rant. That's all you're doing. It's like you're really hoping for that Gold Star Hogan, and when you get the Gold Star Hogan, you get a nice juicy rant that gets clipped on Snort Hogan and Hate Army's YouTube
Right,
channels.
Dan the Man has done a $6.66 tip, which is a unique animation of me. With my butt
Fucking
on
Dan the
fire.
Man.
I'll be coming on screen any moment here. Here we go.
5-star
that one?
rant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dan the Man, for that tip. I appreciate that. All right.
All
We're
right.
gonna jump back to the chat in a second. Just let me update the leaderboard. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here. FizzGig did a super chat asking, "Do we follow UFO stuff?" I don't. I don't follow UFO news. No, I do not. I don't really
Why not?
care.
Why don't you
my
care?
opinion is,
What if aliens exist and they come and take over the world? You have to know.
if there is other life out there, great. And if there's
Great.
not, oh well.
Oh
I'm not really
well.
too concerned with it. My daily life does not really concern me with the existence of aliens. You know, I don't think it's really gonna affect me either way. So I don't really care.
What if you find out that aliens is what created us? Like we didn't come from this planet.
I
What
mean, I'm
if?
just like into it, you know, and following this news. Do you follow any UFO news?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so. No, we're a little
No.
busy with real
Yeah.
life to worry about UFO stuff. Let's see here. Okay, Nosy Real Vibes asks, "Were you ever into the God of War games? Are you not into Greek or Norse mythology?" Well, I know you've played 2 games, right? Did you? So you
Right.
played the last 2 God of War,
Mhm.
right? You didn't? Did you ever play any of the ones before that?
No, I didn't play the older ones.
Right. You
no.
only played God of War 2018 and onward, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you like those games, right?
Yeah.
You love them, actually. You told me it's
Yeah,
your favorite
I
game
love
of
them.
those years.
They're very
But particularly, are you into Greek and Norse mythology at all? Like outside of that, or
not
is it just
really.
what's involved with the games?
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I think at the time when God of War came out, wasn't Assassin's Creed Valhalla out too, or was it like close to that? Because
I don't remember the years, but I mean they're all
Yeah,
close.
'cause
They definitely were close. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's just
You love them actually.
there
You
was so
love
many
it. Oh
games-
yeah, this is where he said I was waiting for him to say it.
And obviously you like those games, right?
Yeah.
You love them, actually.
You
told me
love
that.
them. You like them. Yeah. You love them actually.
Games of those years.
Yeah. You know, I said this in the beginning of this video. This is like a fucking family conditioning session. Like he's like, "Oh, okay, Cat, we gotta condition you into like really liking what I like."
They're very
The-
Particularly, are you into Greek and Norse mythology at all? Like outside of that?
that because
I don't remember the years, but I mean they're all
Yeah,
close.
'cause
They definitely were close.
You love them
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, I feel like there's just there were so many games of Norse mythology at once where it was like too much.
What about the
Norse
Greek mythology?
And then God of War Ragnarok came out, which was an excellent game, but then that was also Norse mythology. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's good. I like it, but I'm not in love with it.
What about Greek
But I think it's
mythology?
interesting.
What
I
about
do
Greek
like
mythology?
Like learning about the different gods and stuff.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
What about the Greeks?
Let's see
Oh,
here.
you forget about the Greeks, I
Someone
guess.
asked, "Why
Wow.
has the name scrolled off the screen?" Did you ever play any kind
I'm
of
offended. How dare you not even answer the question?
no, not fully. I tried to learn,
Mhm.
but I never really had time or to really like fully learn any instruments. So.
Did you want to learn a particular instrument? Like for me growing up, I actually always wanted to learn the guitar, and I never got to learn the guitar.
Oh my god, you want to learn the guitar? Of course he would. The most mainstream shit. I learned the trumpet. I think I have a video or I did a stream and I played my trumpet. I think I have it somewhere down here. I kind of want to learn how to play it again because it's been so long. But trumpets are rad. They're fun instruments. I like the noise.
Wanted to do it, I never got around to it.
I mean, I would say for me, it's probably the violin.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Classical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Classical music.
Classic.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. All right. Swinging back over to tips again, and then we're actually going to end up splitting the part in just a minute. An hour has already passed, if you can believe it.
Can you believe it?
We got a $2 tip here. Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah.
someone tipped $2. I remember a long time ago you said you were watching The Incredible Dr. Pol together.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched My Cat from Hell or any other Animal Planet show, for example, The Crocodile Hunter or Dog Whisperer?
I don't know if you have. I have.
I have not. No, the only
Oh.
stuff I ever saw from Animal Planet was what we watched together. That was
That
it.
is-
Classic.
I've seen a ton
Haven't
of them.
played
My Cat
it.
From Hell is the Jackson Galaxy show.
Oh, I didn't even know that was his
So
show.
yeah, he goes to people's houses and.
Okay, I do not give a shit about these dumbass shows.
Calm them down.
Yeah. And
By
then,
the way, don't mind me. My eye is burning right now. That's what I'm doing. It's freaking eye just started watering.
So yeah, he kind of just like, and he gives them like a homework assignment to do, so they can like.
Try to get the cat to be more personable or more social and not be such an angry cat all the time.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
That's
I
interesting.
like
Yeah,
that
send
best,
Jasper there.
besides the Dr.
Yeah.
Pol one.
I mean, we watched a ton of Dr. Pol for a while, to the point where we got like burned out and we haven't watched it in years now.
Didn't
you know.
we finish it? I thought we got close to finishing it.
I want to say you're probably right,
Man.
but I think that we only got up to the point that was around COVID.
They just
and
have
then
no
we haven't
taste
watched it since COVID
or
in which case,
anything.
I don't
It's
know what
just
the season would be
animals,
like during COVID, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
YouTubers.
sure he still worked, but how did it change everything?
That's
during
it.
that time period?
Yeah.
Man.
I think we got up to that, like to 2019ish.
I just can't imagine.
Okay. We got a $2 tip here. Oh, by the way, let's get rid of this troll right now.
He
Because I'm
said
not
what he said
stupid.
was interesting.
That's
What?
something that I talked about earlier today. Someone finding an exploit on YouTube. So, and here's a troll. I'm
Oh.
gonna ignore this troll here too. A couple
Thank God.
trolls have come in now, all collectively together.
Right. I've noticed that.
So
I've
we're gonna get
noticed
rid of them
that.
and just ignore them.
She noticed the troll. So
$10
wait,
tip
but
from
Phil,
August.
you can control the trolls. Why did that happen? Huh?
Have either of you had small animals as pets before? I have had guinea pigs, rabbits,
He answered
rats.
for it and then
Most notably, I
Said
even
interesting
owned a
Tuesday.
hedgehog.
Oh my God. That's what was going on, man. See, this is the problem with this. You just tune out. You just sit there and like, sure, you can say, "Well, Theo, you probably smoked a little bit before." Oh well.
I now have tattooed on my arm.
Oh my God.
And thank you, Phil, for endorsing a local supermarket sandwich versus a Subway sandwich. I don't remember doing that. Did I do that? Did I
What?
say that a local supermarket sandwich would be better than Subway? I mean, I've eaten at local supermarket sandwiches before.
Oh
I
my
did.
God,
So I don't know
dude.
anything about endorsing one versus the other.
You,
Uh,
dude, what the fuck? He just said it's better to eat a supermarket sandwich, and you said, "Wow, you endorsed it." I didn't endorse it. Oh my God! Why is he so offended to endorse a sandwich? Whatever.
Before
Okay.
we were together, did you own any other small pets before?
Or else the Theon effect.
Excuse me.
I've had dogs, but not small pets.
No small pets.
No, I had a
Dogs.
hamster when I was really young,
Okay.
and then I had fish.
I did too.
Oh.
I also had fish and.
I had fish, then I went to hamsters, then my brother got a guinea pig, they went to rabbits.
The ones I've had.
Okay. Me, I mean, you guys know the answer for me. When I was growing up, I had a pet rabbit. I had 2 pet rabbits. Sadly, one passed away within 2 years of owning her. The other rabbit lived like 13 years, crazy long for a Netherlands dwarf. I owned hamsters when I was younger. And then I owned hamsters when I first moved in here. I had hamsters for like 2.5 years.
What were the cats your parents
That's my
had?
history of,
Why
Excuse me.
why is he erasing the cats? Whatever. Okay.
So. Okay. We already answered that last week, Andy. You said, what was the first game we ever played? My answer was Pong, and your answer, what was the first game we
Pong,
ever
of
played? I forgot
course.
the answer
I
already.
don't remember.
Yeah.
It was
World, I think.
Super Mario World, that was your answer, yes?
Yeah.
Super
what
Mario
kind of dogs
Party.
did you own when you had dogs
Oh.
when you were younger? Do you remember?
I was like 5,
Oh, wow.
so I don't remember.
You don't remember the breeds? Were they big dogs, small
Oh,
dogs?
they were like medium dogs.
Okay.
So they weren't huge, but they weren't like little.
Yeah.
They're not a Chihuahua, right?
Rich, I mean, your answer is as good as mine. Why did someone steal my grocery cart? Because they're an idiot. Because I told you, The
Oh,
only thing I
boy.
can think is that it was an easy steal because maybe it was
Easy
full of
steal.
groceries and it was right near the door, so they thought, oh, I can walk out the door and not have to put effort into stealing, right? I
Right?
did have my shopping bags in the cart at the same time, so maybe they thought that's an added value to it.
Wait,
Or-
what? An added
So
value?
they thought, oh, I can walk out the door and not have to put effort into stealing, right? I did have my shopping bags in the cart at the same time, so maybe they thought that's an added value to it.
An added value, the reasonable bags. What if someone thought that was their bags? What about that?
Or it could very be simply what the checkout person guessed that day was this person's just addicted to stealing. They just steal
Right.
whenever they can. So it was there, it presented the opportunity. What the hell? Easy, get away with it, done, right? It could have simply
Dude,
been-
it's it's kind of funny. DSP says how Seattle is crime ridden and has all this crime, and you think if he expects that, he should be more careful with his groceries, correct? But he leaves it unattended. Phil, if it's such a dangerous place, why are you so trusting of random people?
Yeah, you never know, right?
Right?
All right, you know what? I think this is a good time. We're gonna split the part, and probably just take a quick break. Actually, I have to pee, so we're gonna take a quick break. And what I'll probably do here is mute the mic and just put up the screen for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Ah,
just take
yes.
a quick break. I'm actually almost out of water too. I want to refill,
Mhm.
but we're gonna come.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. Family night here on DSP Gaming. It's actually, I forgot to say this in part 1. It's January 17, 2024. I should have dated it, and I didn't.
Who cares?
We're back.
Yeah.
We took a little break, stretched our legs, used the restroom, refreshed our drinks, and now we're back for another hour. Again, whatever you guys want to talk about. Right now, no contributions to shout out. We caught up.
No
So if you wanna
contributions.
tag us in the chat, great. If any
All right, let's move on.
watch anime, right?
Mhm.
You know you don't have a particular
Oh boy.
like basically we don't have favorite anime. We have some questions that were saved up in a thread, and we can access that as well.
You gotta hear this
Cap
one.
Kirby says, "What are our favorite animes?" We answered that last week too. Like basically, we don't
They answered in 2018, and they said it was Attack on Titan. They loved it.
have favorite animes. We don't watch anime that often. When I was growing up, it was always
If at
Dragon
all.
Ball was the big one, Dragon Ball Z, but we
Yeah.
don't actively watch.
Yeah,
anime.
because he doesn't watch anime. He watches all the mainstream shit that was on like Toonami and Adult Swim. He doesn't watch real shit like Gurren Lagann.
No.
Right? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Who the hell do you think I am?
Did you ever play any Dead Rising game? I think you
Yes.
did. Right?
I just want to hear that
Big
one more
Dragon
time.
Ball Z, but we
Yeah.
don't actively watch anime, right?
Mhm.
You know, you don't have a particular favorite,
No.
right? Okay.
No.
Did you ever play any Dead Rising game? I think you
Yes.
did, right? Which one did you play?
I played
Unfound
3
Chaos Realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah. It's just a massive lie. It's really like DSP has like successfully brainwashed anime out of her mind. Anime and K-pop. It's it's just weird. Again, these come off as like conditioning sessions, and then like you see Kat like just have Phil's hair immediately. It's really weird. It's really weird.
They were all right.
Yeah.
They're
It's kind of scary.
they're mess around games.
Right.
They're
not meant to be too serious.
No.
Just kill a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not crazy for it. You're not
I
like
mean,
a
4 was like too easy.
yes.
It had like no challenge to it. It was just, it was like, what is this game?
Yeah, because he probably, he probably think, you know what? It probably is that he probably told her that people are judging her about her anime taste or whatever the fuck, and it's like, dude, what? Like, I don't know, because it seems she's very, like, she wants to distance anything from people who are vocal about something. Come on.
What's hilarious about that is that series started off as a very difficult series. Dead Rising 1 and 2 are very tough games. And then 3 kind of went middle of the road. And then 4 completely went in the opposite direction and went way too easy, in my opinion. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
DSP wanted to be
Okay.
harder, of course. Tell me sounds like a
Spike, you
DSP
answered this
complaint.
question a million times. No, we don't go on walks. We don't go on hikes. We don't have time. Our
Remember when
day
he
off
hyped up
consists of
walks?
eating
I
and running
just
errands. By the time
walked.
you're done running errands all day, all you want to do is go home.
He used
and
to walk
relax,
every
right?
day,
Like tomorrow,
apparently.
No exaggeration.
And
we
now
gotta
he
go
does-
grocery
he
shopping.
can't.
We gotta go drive somewhere for an appointment. We got a bunch of things we need to catch up. We need to stock up on the house, right? That we're out of. By the time we're done with all of that, we're exhausted already. We don't want to go on a hike, So no, we don't do that kind of stuff.
Of course
Pizza
not.
Box Gaming. Good evening. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I'm happy to be here tonight. I had a rough league game tonight. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you will recover. Hopefully it's not irreparable damage if it was rough. And thank you for the super chat. Pizza Box Gaming.
Oh, it's the guy. I'm watching his stream. Ah, yes.
Sarah says, what don't you like about my job? That's an interesting question.
That's an interesting question. What's his? What are his quirks? What's his quality? Okay, can't do that. That's too mean. What part of the job sucks? The job that he says he loves doing.
You dislike about what I do for a living?
I mean, I would just say it's time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's time consuming.
I think it's good. Everything else is good about it, but it's time consuming.
It's time consuming,
So,
of course.
Straight, you don't think that you would like me to be in here?
And then he says this, like, this is so dumb. You don't think I should be slaving away in this room to get money?
Days a week full time, and we only.
Oh my
Everything else is
God.
good about it, but it's time consuming.
So let me get this straight. You don't think that you would like me to be in here for 6 days a week full time, and we only get 1 day a
Well,
week to do stuff?
Obviously not, but
Right, exactly. No, I agree with you. I
But
don't
why
think-
can't she do stuff when you're working? Again, he has said that she's been, like, she has days off when he streams as well. So why can't she do some stuff beforehand?
want to be in here 6 days a week? You just haven't
Okay.
how much I have to work to make ends meet, pay the bills,
Yeah.
and do everything. You know, what are you gonna do? Do you at all like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row? Do you like those franchises at all?
It's gory, right?
Saints Row is kind of. I don't really like Saints Row.
Mm.
GTA's all right.
Mhm.
It depends which one. Like I think San Andreas is the better one. Is one of my favorite ones.
Mhm.
But,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't really like. I played Saints Row. I played one of the Saints Row. I thought it was stupid. So I don't remember which one
It was
It was one where
stupid.
It was like the Get
It was something stupid.
Oh, that
Well,
was
yeah.
DLC for the last one.
Get Out of
Yeah,
Hell
expansion
sucked
for it.
ass.
Yeah.
So whatever. Oh, I played 4, and then that one I didn't like it.
Man, he like.
There you go, San
Of
Andreas.
course, she hates Saints Row. I'd hate it too if I played Get Out of Hell. That sucked.
Keanu says, "Do you have a favorite mini game over the Yakuza series? Like, what are your favorite little things to do?"
Karaoke.
Yeah, titties in
Really?
those
Yeah.
games,
Karaoke.
dude. Why would they? Why would I like that
All
game?
right, there you go. Man, me, I don't even know. There's been so many different ones over the years.
Well, there's bowling too.
There's
Okay, who cares about the fucking mini games?
Yeah.
there's the golf that's been
Golf?
Yeah.
There's the little mini car racing business you had to
Yeah.
run. I was thinking about that one too. So, okay. Now this is interesting. Joe Mama says, "Do you like
Joe Mama.
The Last of Us?" Now you can answer this from different
Oh
perspectives.
my
right?
god.
What do you think
What?
of The Last of Us?
Different perspectives. Okay, let's hear this again.
Okay, now this is interesting. Joe Mama says, "Do you like The Last of Us?" Now you can answer this from different perspectives, right?
Right? You have different perspectives, right? Dude, this sounds so fucking weird. It's really like he's like giving her like cool like say what we rehearsed, honey. Say what I told you to say. Remember, you gotta say what I say because it's so insane. She has the same fucking opinion about The Last of Us. How is that a different experience? Oh, different perspectives, Cat. Yeah, something different. Like I was expecting. Oh, does she like Last of Us 2? Is that different?
What do you think of The Last of Us?
Well, first of all, are we talking about the game or the show?
Let's talk about the game, I think, is what we're talking about here.
Well,
so.
I mean, the first one, yes. I liked the first one a lot, just like most
Okay.
people. The first one was
What a
memorable,
different
good experience.
perspective.
The second one was a disaster. I hated it. If you want to talk about the second one, but the first
second
one,
game.
I
She hated it. Wow, like Phil, what a different perspective. This is so different. This opened my eyes. So just if you, yeah, no. So someone would ask her that, then Daisy would read it like, okay, you don't have to answer that, okay? So, Bloop asks, do you ever disagree with me? Yeah, because you agree with me all the time, right? Yeah. And then they're like, yeah, okay, Bloopkin, shut up. And then they move on. That's how it would go.
liked it. I did not like the second one, but I liked the first one.
Is there something you particularly liked about the first one that was different in the second one, and that's why you don't like it?
Oh my god! And then you know what? The other thing on top of that, he keeps glazing at the camera. He's giving so many like, get a load of this looks. Like, yeah, like, is there anything different? Like, he keeps leading her on these stupid fucking answers about fucking The Last of Us. And he hyped it up as it's a different take, and it's the same take. So, why is The Last of Us, is there something different in the first game that you didn't like in the second game? Wow, wait, you're telling me people didn't like the second game because it doesn't have what people liked about the first game? I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, the story's better. There's no pointless immature stuff in there, like the second one had.
Immature stuff like what? What was the immature stuff? Oh, people being in relationships, having sex. Yeah, that's very immature. Okay.
More meaningful characters.
Meaningful.
Meaningful.
Doing the same shit DSP does. Meaningful. And he's like giving us the look like, yeah, that's right, guys. She now agrees with me. I finally found someone who agrees with me. This is a horror movie in making. I'm gonna come up with a horror movie and people are gonna say this is fucked up.
Just the entirety of the game was better, you know.
For me, I think it's the tone is so different. The first game, even though the first game is dark because people die in it, right? And there's really
right, people die.
There's this overall feeling of hope, love,
hope. Yeah, when Joel took the vaccine away, a potential cure. I just. At the end of that, I felt so hopeful for the future. I was like, oh man, this is great. This is so cool.
Right? How Joel becomes a loving father figure to Ellie during the game and stuff. And then you play the second game and it's like, all of that's just thrown away.
Yeah.
Let's just destroy everything that you liked about the vibe of the first game in order to push a narrative.
I just love that people didn't like the second game because they thought it was like, the revenge of it was kind of like ridiculous. Oh my god, I was hoping not to drop this. Something important, but yeah, like people just didn't like it because of the revenge was too ridiculous and all that kind of stuff, like, you know, whatever.
It just didn't
whatever.
feel good.
Okay.
I want to play a game and feel good, right?
I never heard anyone say it made me feel bad, so this game sucks. Like, no one I've seen who disliked the game said that about the game.
You already have enough real life miseries going on in your own life that when you play a game, you want to separate yourself from that. Why do you want to play a game to feel miserable? Right? You feel miserable when you play Last of Us 2.
You're just going through the whole town murdering people and torturing
You murder people in the first game! This dude is like, you do this, and it's like, yeah, you do it in the first game too. Okay.
You know, and then the other half is picking up pictures of penises that you remember?
I'll be honest, I don't even remember that. You can collect pictures of penises?
Toon penises.
Yeah. It's like, how are you supposed to take a game like that seriously? You know, it's like part of the game is that stupid comical crap,
right?
And then the other part is just slitting people's throats open.
Yeah, I agree, Smiles, because Abby's stuff was more interesting. It just didn't have like enough development or anything, but it was really good. And I liked Abby as a character too, and her being voiced by the GOAT is, you know, it's great.
It's terrible. And then the characters are terrible. Like, Abby is not a likable character. Ellie is a psychopath now.
She's changed completely from her character in the first game.
Bruh, whatever.
Joel's dead. So, I mean, what is there to like about that?
Ellie's a psychopath. DSP was like, she's in love? She's talking about love all the time. Kat's interpretation, she's a psychopath. Two, like, okay, maybe this is the different perspectives. DSP saw Ellie as, like, hormonal rage teen angst character. Katsar is a psychopath.
Game, it's just not well
the graphics.
The
graphics.
I guess, I mean the graphics, but I mean that's about it in my opinion.
This is where people have this big divide about Last of Us. Is I don't.
What's the divide?
Even if you're talking objectively, right? You can't argue that The Last of Us, even as a series, has bad graphics. You can't argue that. The graphics are great, no matter what version you're playing. The gameplay elements, they're really good. The sneaking and each one, the second one actually had new gameplay elements.
What if I disagree?
That innovated and made it feel good. The location, right? The first one and second one have distinct different locations that feel organic.
The graphics correct.
But really what it comes down to is the narrative. It's a narrative-based game. And if you don't like the narrative, you're not going to like the game.
Oh my god.
We liked the narrative.
What if people like the gameplay, not the story?
Second, we're not going to like the second one.
Whatever.
Nothing that's going to change that. You know, even over time, your feeling of the narrative isn't going to change. It's the same story. They didn't rewrite the story, right? So there you go. Okay. Let's see here. Korg says, do you remember the first game you ever got a platinum trophy for, if you ever even got one? Did you ever platinum a game on
I don't
PlayStation?
Think so.
No,
because even now I don't care about that stuff.
You don't actively go for it.
No.
Right? If you get a trophy, it's fine, but you don't like, oh, I was aiming for it or whatever. So
you don't aim for trophies, right, Kat?
Right.
You know, because it's boring and stupid, right, Kat?
Shows like Survivor, Big Brother, or The Challenge, so those kind of reality.
I don't care about these reality shows. I'll be
like
real.
Gordon Ramsay stuff we've watched over the years and stuff like that.
Not vibing with that.
I'm not into it.
Yeah.
So
I've never seen one at all. So, okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Would we ever? I mean, someone asked this last week too. Someone said, "Would we ever do like a react show together?" And the thing is, again, we don't want to shoot anything down. Our goal is simple. Number one, to get Kat.
It's simple. To do boring streams and then do Infinite Wealth and then leave her alone forever.
Home. And comfortable on streams again, right? Because she never really did. You were here only a few streams in 2018, and that was it. And then it's been so long. And to actually get into stuff together we want to do. I can tell you right now what we really want to do is Like a Dragon. We think that that would be a really great idea to play that virtual island game. Anything that comes after that is maybe, but we're not going to sit here and address every single possibility of what may happen. We don't know yet. We're not thinking about it.
Okay.
Right? We're not talking about what's a react show we can do and what are we playing. When we're out of this office, literally, we're done talking about it, right? We don't even think about it. You know, I asked you casually this week, did you want to come in here again? We're not we don't have a big business plan on our wall in our kitchen of content we're going to be doing this year, anything like that. It's not that serious, okay?
Okay, I agree.
Oh, let's see here.
All right.
See, here's the thing. So, No Sleep Real Vibe says, do either of us ever watch Full House, Friends, or Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Did you ever watch those shows growing up?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them?
Yeah.
What do you think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
What
do you think of that show?
Like
Was it really good?
Right? It was called. It was just the sitcoms that were on every Friday night, and you would watch whatever was on. Honestly, I didn't even like half of them. I just watched them because they were on. I watched them with my parents.
Okay, we were asking about fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, dude. Like, come on.
One day I would get caught up with it, but I'm not really that interested in it anymore. So.
Okay. Hey, what's not interested anymore?
Someone's been on,
so
good to have you here. Thank you, Jones. You never saw Stranger Things on Netflix, did you?
Oh my god, garbage.
I did, and I thought the first couple of seasons were good.
Season 1 was probably good, 2, whatever. Then it just went to shit. Like, fuck that show. The show's trash.
The first 3 seasons? Yeah, the last season I saw was the one where they worked at the mall. And then I think there was another season after that, but we don't have Netflix, right?
Yeah, we got rid of Netflix.
We got rid of it, and we weren't actively watching it enough to
The best Netflix show is Delicious Dungeon. Watch Delicious Dungeon.
Okay.
Great show.
Oh my god. Cyrax the Rapper, your obsession
with King Cobra?
Guy, King Cobra, I don't know what your obsession is with that guy. I really don't. But I think I can assure you that Kat does not watch King Cobra JFS. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure she's never watched his content.
What if she does?
Burritos or anything like that. It's disgusting. Thanks for the super chat, though. Okay, I don't know what's up with that guy always asking about that particular person.
It's the CM full of
I think what we're gonna do
what's his name?
Since we did have people who did ask questions in that
CM
thread,
full
I think
of
it's fair that we check
Cobra
out that thread and see if people had some interesting questions to go over tonight.
Oh boy!
And then we'll jump back over here to you guys live in the chat. But there were some people who I knew couldn't be here tonight, and they had a few questions to ask, so we can just jump through a few of these. Okay. Ponage says, hey, Phil, Cat, and Jasper, I hope you're doing well. I have a question
for I get
Kat.
that.
Did you ever hear
That's
of the
cool.
Shantae series, and did you ever play
It's
any of
like
the games?
fine, but...
If you haven't, it's a good game that I would suggest to try. It's called Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, one of my favorite games in the series.
Shantae.
Did you ever see or play a Shantae game?
I kind of want to try a Shantae game.
It's not up my alley.
No.
For type.
You're not into like 2D platformers and stuff like that?
Not into 2D platformers. Loves Mario.
Exactly what it is. If I
No.
remember, I think it started, I want to say, in the 2000s, but they were always handhelds, right? Like,
Yeah.
they were always handheld games, and I wasn't into handhelds that heavily either, so I never played it, and you had never played it. Okay. Let's see here. Duke, thanks for this question, but again, questions like, what are the top 3 things you like about each other? What's a weird quirk?
Oh
that
my
you notice
god,
about-
dude! Like,
We're not that kind of couple. We're gonna sit here and list stuff about each other and razz each other all night. All right. So
they're not asking to be to razz each other. Like, oh,
I
whatever.
appreciate the question, but we're not gonna go into that.
We're not gonna go into that.
Darth Fig, we already answered that. What were Kat's top games and disappointing games of last year? Her most disappointing game was Starfield, and your top game.
Yeah,
was
I get
too.
her hip game is too strong. I mean, you can't
Right,
experience
so there
that.
you go. Monty Mole, I'm just gonna ignore that question. Again, it's another similar style question.
Similar style. Similar
Oh, here you
style.
go. Question for all 3. First of all, Jasper Kitty.
Okay, we're just gonna skip ahead. We're
He
just gonna.
does.
He does. Have you
Yes.
talked to him about this?
Yes.
Okay, and he said yes. He wants Stray too.
Yes.
Remember, he was in here for.
Oh my god, it was a straight 2 question. I almost felt bad. But fuck,
that
come on.
playthrough. He was in the room. I took pictures.
Trash.
So for Phil, I don't know who that is. With the huge.
Oh my
success of
god!
256
Phil, I don't know who that is. Like, dude, just fucking drink
How can
bleach.
other fighting franchises improve without copying the Street Fighter 6 formula? Provide enough content for a variety audience.
What can fighters do without copying Street Fighter 6? Provide content. Okay.
Not everyone wants to be a competitive player. So if you put enough content in the game that a casual player likes the game, but also a competitive player would like the game, you've succeeded. And you have to have a good roster at launch, not 5 characters, but like tons, so there's variety. And you have to have good online play, which Street Fighter 6 had. That's my answer.
But the question was without copying Street Fighter 6, so they have to find another whatever. He can't read. He needs to learn how to read.
I don't even know.
Huh?
This is supposed to be for you, but I don't know how you're going to answer this one. Kat, why don't AAA development companies see what indie and AA devs are going to do to succeed and try their own hand? What does that even mean?
I think what that dude was asking was about AAA game studios versus AA game studios in India and what can they do to like be famous. I don't know.
I don't even understand the question.
It's just, but it is a weird question, honestly.
For you.
No, it specifically says Kat. Why don't AAA companies see what indie AA devs are doing to succeed and try their own hand? Huh? No answer, because I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
You know, so,
Okay.
in some angles, her like bronzer or
answered
whatever
the
the
question
fuck
about
makes her look like Trump.
Let's see here.
Like
Do you have any
almost.
favorite
Like
movie
if
or
if
genres
you
of
just like
movies or
squint
movies
your
that
eyes,
watch?
you may
Do you
see
have a
Trump.
favorite movie or types of movies that you enjoy?
What kind of movies do you like, Kat?
Trying to think. I mean, obviously, like I said, I like the fantasy style, like Lord of the Rings movies.
Right. You had said
Oh
that
my
last
god,
time.
boring
Originally,
boring
it's been
shit.
a long
Oh
time.
my god.
Cinema, basically.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they don't know what absolute
Movies
cinema
nowadays
is.
aren't very good. So I can't think
Those
of any
other things.
like, modern ones, but those are the ones that I like.
Poor Things.
Okay.
Poor Things is great movie.
We are- geez,
Phenomenal
you're
movie.
Asking the same questions about hobbies and stuff. It's the same question over and over, so I'm just skipping it. Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
Slayer, I think the answer here is you haven't seen it, but he says,
Oh,
I want to ask Kat,
man.
have you ever seen
Slayer.
any of the reacts that I did for him?
Wow, do you love Singapore, Kat? Do you approve of Singapore?
His videos, and it sounds interesting, right?
It
like,
does.
Like some of the street foods that I've seen, the Indian street food, or
Oh yeah.
the
Well-
big value. Remember, they're the home of the cheapest Michelin star.
I don't know. Like,
it's
it's as I
That's
said
what I was
before,
gonna say, yeah.
women don't need to put makeup all the
There's a lot of
time.
food
They can just
stuff
let
for
it be.
cheap, for cheap.
be natural.
Yeah.
$100 on a
Yeah, they don't have to, like, do this- do makeup shit all the time. I mean, relax.
Authentic and local, which is really neat.
Right.
That's
yeah.
some of the React videos. Excuse me, that I've done for Slayer recently was food videos. So, okay.
What about the K-pop videos?
So, all right. OP Boone asks, was there a game or genre of game that you previously you didn't think you were gonna like, but I maybe convinced you to like or to try, maybe by watching me play it or something like that?
Oh man.
I'm thinking.
Mhm.
Because I know there was one, but I can't think about what.
Oh, you can't remember what it was?
Yeah.
He bragged about Street Fighter 6 for the longest time. Guys, Cat
Shoot.
might play
Well-
Street Fighter 6.
What I can think of is that I did a lot of those style of game where it's, I call them choose your own adventure, but what it really is a narrative based game where you make
Oh my
decisions,
god.
Yeah.
and
Dude,
based on your decision there's different outcomes.
she
right?
played these kind
So
of
you
games
played a lot of
though.
the Life is Strange games.
Well, I played
Right.
whatever the
The latest one.
yeah.
That's the one you played, and you ended
Yeah.
up really liking it, even though you
Mhm.
didn't think you were gonna like it. You enjoyed it, 'cause
Right.
I told
But-
you I thought you would like it, and then you
Oh,
enjoyed it. right?
okay.
And you had played a few others too, right? What was it?
Okay, we're gonna skip a
I
little
don't remember
bit.
the name of it either. Yeah,
It's the family that gets.
they get wrapped up in a
taken-
heist at like at a gas station or
Hostage.
something.
Yeah.
They get taken hostage. You played that, and you also played Tell Me Why. I think.
Oh,
right?
12
That
minutes.
game about the kids that went to the
I
hometown. and
hated that one.
You hated that one.
Yeah, that was.
So basically, she played a whole bunch of those kind of choose your own adventure games. Seeing me play them, some she liked. Some
Oh,
she didn't.
Jasper's
She played
here.
the
Uh-oh.
Recent Life is Strange 2
Oh god.
That's
Oh,
the
he's
thing.
he's making his
There you
move.
go.
Oh.
So another one
Uh-oh.
for you.
This fucking cat.
Gee, Jasper.
Get
do
him
not
outta
step on her
here.
because you're gonna hurt her. Because she's not, you don't want to claw her.
There you go.
You know, I'm very nervous what he was gonna say. Listen to it. Listen to it.
There you go. So another one for you. Gee, Jasper. Jasper, do not step on her because you're gonna hurt her. Because she's not, you don't want to.
She's not. She's not what? She's not what? I'm afraid to ask. She's not wearing pants? She's not, what? She's not what?
Claw her.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm scared. I'm scared to ask.
So basically, OP Boone says, I know that you used to have past experience with Overwatch. And now you seems like you play other games like Skyrim or Far Cry, Yakuza, Assassin's Creed. Do you ever get an itch to go back and play a multiplayer game again like that? Have you ever really thought, oh, I
No.
want to go back and play it?
I mean, there's nothing. First of all, Overwatch definitely not because it's
Why?
just boring now.
Ah,
It's
yes.
Overwatch 2
Overwatch
is
sucks.
Overwatch
I
1.
agree.
Like it's not even different. So
Yeah.
there's no interest. Like it's you play that game so much and it's just boring, especially when they didn't do anything.
He didn't do
Where
anything.
it's just the copy and paste of
Mhm.
they're not unique or enough for me to be interested in them.
Okay. Okay, another one for you. So now you've lived here in Washington for 6 years? Well,
Mhm.
I guess almost. We're almost at the 6-year mark now. When you moved here, did you experience any culture shock moments? Any stark
Oh,
differences in
boy.
people or cuisines or climate or
Bruh,
anything
culture
where you
shock.
came from that
Get
was like,
hype.
whoa, that's way different.
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, the West Coast is way different from the East Coast.
Wasn't she in... Oh. Wasn't she in Michigan? That's not the East Coast. Am I dumb? That's like the Midwest. Because I don't think it's the East Coast. That can't be right. Maybe I'm dumb. I could be dumb. I could be very stupid. Yeah, Michigan is not the East Coast.
I mean, there's no Italian food.
You're not
here.
fooling me.
Yep.
There's no authentic Italian food.
Suddenly she's from the East Coast. Dude, is she gonna tell us next? Guys, I was actually in Connecticut. She was living in hell with the oh.
Which
Zero.
sucks. There's a lot of authentic Asian food here, which is good.
Yep.
But there's no Italian food, which you get on the East Coast.
And
all
now
the
she's
time.
like diehard
Like you said,
Italiano.
the weather is better because you don't.
Yeah,
get
Michigan
the
is
nice
Midwest, that's what I
snowstorms,
thought.
you don't get the freezing temperatures.
Moderate.
Just-
moderate weather.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rain, but I don't really care about that. I'd rather have rain than snow.
Right.
Yes, the people here are way different.
Oh,
the
boy.
people here are extremely different.
Here we go.
Very like I don't even know how to describe it without, being offensive or whatever.
Well,
Look how mad she got, but this person got so offended when people were making fun of her in 2018. And she's like, yeah, these fucking people, well, I would say, but like, I don't know how to say without people getting offended or whatever. And it's like, you could just say they're just people. Like, it's just weird. She got run out of her home.
But,
I mean, let's
You
be
know.
honest. We live on the West Coast, and the West Coast, especially Washington State, is one of the most liberal states. in the
Liberal
entire country.
states.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay? Everyone here. Is,
I love that like Cat is just like ambiguously saying people are stupid or whatever, and he's like, well guys, they are liberal here. Like, Wow, you have a very good opinion on liberals, right?
Heavy
The-
left leaning. Okay, and
Very
it's hard
left-leaning.
when you're not 100% in agreement with that lifestyle. Even me, and I'm middle of the road political.
This is stupid to sit there and say, well, it's very hard to live with them with that kind of life if you don't agree with their lifestyle. DSP, you told us you don't care how people live their lives as long as they're happy and blah 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 blah. But now we see a liberal down the street. Oh my god, I can't agree with their lifestyle. Like, who the fuck are you to say whose lifestyle you approve of?
I've told you guys. Now we're not going to talk politics tonight at all. Don't worry about that. But
Like, how is it hard? How is it hard to live with other people and they have their own lives? And this dude, if I said like, oh, these fucking Republicans, man. Oh, let me tell you, these Republicans, they make it hard. I don't approve of them. Like, he'd be so upset. But it's like, just let people live their lives. There's a lot of shit like that's going on in life. Let them be happy, damn it.
unless you're like hyper in line with the people, a lot of the times you're like, what the heck? Like
He acts as if like he goes down the street and all these people are like, so Phil, do you agree with us? Phil, do you agree with what we believe in? Phil, do you agree? And he's like, yeah, man, I agree. Hail Biden, hail Biden. And then he like walks down the street. But it's like, that's not the case. These are just minding their business. Like, it's very hard to live with these people who like live different lifestyles than me, man. And I can't agree with that, man. Like, holy
the way
shit.
people act and stuff.
The way they act?
It's
How
just
do
so
they
different,
act?
you know, out
How
here
do they act?
pridefully.
Again.
Unless you're like hyper in line with the people, a lot of the times you're like, what the heck? Like the way
What
people
the heck?
act and stuff.
How do they
It's
act?
just so different. You know, out
Yeah.
here, pot is fully legalized. You can just go to
Whoa.
a store, a dispensary, and just buy weed. And you
Whoa.
you literally see people.
Holy shit. They made a fucking petty dumb drug legal. And then people like, oh my god. Go outside and smoke it? My word. Holy shit. I can't believe it. You know, I can understand drinking alcohol in public, smoking cigarettes, but weed? Oh my god, it's the end of the world. These people are gonna get high and then they're gonna fucking, what? Go to a convenience store and buy chips? Oh my god.
Walking around smoking, you can smell it in the air all everywhere. It's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Like, why? Is
Oh
this
no. Unlike usually when you smell fucking trash. Oh man, you know, I walk out and sometimes you just smell nature, you smell shit, you smell trash. Oh, that's fine though, but oh my god, weed? Oh my god.
so common here? You know, it's in other places. It's like completely forbidden in the United States.
Well,
it's weird,
It's a
right?
combination of many things because you have crime that is not under control, and
Yep.
then you have the legalization of marijuana on
The legalization of marijuana and crime. Those two things are not like related at all. Like listen to this. Listen to this dumb shit.
Completely forbidden in the United States.
Well,
it's weird,
It's a
right?
combination of many things because you have crime that is not under control, and
Yep.
then you have the legalization of marijuana on top of that.
Fucking
and then you have, all these other
Marijuana,
things.
yeah, because you know, criminals, when they smoke weed, they just go fucking crazy. You know, I smoked earlier, guys. Oh, let me tell you, I'm doing some crazy crimes. Like, doing this stream.
It makes a bad
Right.
situation.
And
so.
that's coming from, you know, a situation that wasn't like that. You
Yeah.
know, and you move out here and it's like, and the other thing is it's changed. Like, even since I've lived here, when I started here 10 years ago, it was different, and I've just seen it progressively get more that direction
Yeah.
over and over every year, to the point where now it's like when you first moved here, we
Oh
went
my
to Seattle,
god,
Yeah.
this is this is
and we
so
always thought we're gonna go back, right?
ridiculous.
We haven't gone back. We have no desire to go back because of
No.
how it's changed. And
How does he
people
know
are
that
out.
the
It's
city
like-
is
Well,
that
it's not
bad?
safe to go back. I mean, when we first went
Yeah.
there,
Man,
it was
like,
nice, and there still was like sketchy stuff there. you
Yeah.
know? But now it's like if you
It's
go
actually
back,
dangerous. It's legitimately dangerous.
Yeah.
There's crime
So-
everywhere out there. It's like businesses have moved out of Seattle.
tons of
like,
them.
So-
man,
Yeah, it's very different
There-
from where we.
I'm pretty sure I saw articles saying that that wasn't necessarily true. Businesses were just not moving up because they just were moving up because of the cost of being there was like increasing, so they leave, and then they say it's because of crime, so that they don't look bad leaving.
We come from.
Whatever. I mean, that's at
Now,
least
here's
from
the
what I
thing.
heard. I have
Now,
to like
this is for
read up
both
on
of us.
this.
I don't know if you're gonna have an opinion on this, and honestly, I don't even know if this is the.
But I'm
place
pretty sure
for
it got
me to answer this
debunked.
question, okay?
Yeah.
Let's see if you have an
Debunked.
opinion on it. If not, it's okay. We can skip it.
Okay.
What are your opinions on recent influx of large content creators now stepping back and retiring? For example, Tom Scott, Matt Pat from
Oh,
Game
man.
Theory, Meat Canyon, Captain Sparkles, Germa, among many others. From a viewer's perspective and from a content creator's perspective. Do you even know any of those people?
Yeah, so I have seen videos pop up on my feed about them. Not that I watch any of those people. I don't. 'Cause I have
Okay.
no interest in them.
No
But
interest.
I have seen them randomly pop
She,
up.
the way she said it sounds like she's like saying, I'm not interested in Billy. Phil, don't worry, Phil. I'm not interested in Billy at all.
Being like, oh, I'm going away or something. And, you know, I just look at those things as like, it's not like a big deal to me. It's all, everything's a trend now.
A
So if
trend.
something
Yeah,
like
yes,
one-
they're
one-
trend to retirement. I mean, I kind of like agree with what Rocco was saying. That's like, there's nothing wrong with people wanting to retire. Like, they can retire if they want, whatever. But it's like, you know, there's a lot of people that still who do make YouTube videos regardless, and they don't care. Like, they just keep going. And it's like, it's that kind of aspect of it. So it's not necessarily that, oh, they did it for the money kind of thing, but it's like, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, that kind of shit. It's kind of tricky.
Creator does something, a million other people have to do it. So it's like, okay, so.
But I don't think it's this. I don't think like Matt Pat sat there like, oh, this guy's retiring, I must retire too. Like, that's a little ridiculous.
One guy is like not making content anymore. Why would I care? You know, I don't even watch these people. But all I.
So then
know
why
is
do you
that
care at all?
there's
Like,
always some
she has all these opinions, but she doesn't even watch these people. She could just say, well, good for them, goodbye.
stupid trend going on.
Yeah.
Where one
It gotta be a
content creator
trend.
does something, then a million others have to follow suit, and there's no reason for it. It's
But
just,
you don't actively watch any of those people,
No.
so to you it's not a big deal.
I don't care. I don't. I'm
I
not
don't-
interested in.
I don't
them.
actively watch any of them either. Now, from a content creator's perspective, it's completely different. But the thing is, this isn't. I don't think this is the venue for me to talk. Like, this is something I would talk about on my own podcast, or you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to
You
go
know what I
into
mean?
massive detail about this. All I'll say is this: every name you mention is someone who's probably a million sub person,
Yep.
probably
And then-
making
and
money
then-
insane
And then
amounts-
we gotta like put them down. We gotta punch them because they're retiring and they won't return fire.
of money for an extended period of time
Exactly.
to the point where they're in a position where they don't have to work anymore
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of their life. So they
Okay.
have the ability to say, I just want to go away and live out my life basically in peripheral retirement forever
Right.
because I made so much money. All I got to do is invest my money. And
Money.
I'm rich forever, right?
Right?
That's something that's I'll never be. I'm considered, what do they call, like a blue collar YouTuber?
No, I call himself a
almost,
blue
right? Where
collar
I have to work
YouTuber.
every day. I have to put in hours.
I thought I heard
I'm
something.
not rich. I'm not famous. I'm not, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
I will never be in that position. Then again, the thing is, I love what I do to the point where I like being on
I
stream,
love
I like
my
hanging out
job.
with my audience. Do I want more time with my family? Yes, I do. I don't want to work 6 days a week full time. I would like to get to the point where I don't have to do that. But at the same time, these are people at such a different level from everyone else out there who's a working class content creator. You understand? They're just
You understand?
ginormous YouTubers who don't need to work anymore, so why would they?
Mm-hmm.
But does that say something about their passion? Maybe it does, and maybe it doesn't.
And then he does this shit. He insinuates it's like, does it mean this? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. He's just putting the thought out
If
there.
you really had passion for what you were doing, would you ever want to step away from it? Or would you always want to have at least limited involvement? Some of these guys outright said, I'm just handing everything over to someone else and selling it off.
Yep.
It's like, so did you ever really have passion, or were you just doing it for a paycheck, right? I don't know. Then again, I don't know any of these people. You know, I don't know them. I don't watch
People.
their content. I think we've seen a couple Meat Canyon animations during the course of this last year on the React Show, and I haven't seen anyone else that you even mentioned. I've never seen a single piece of their content. So I would like to more fully answer that at
Okay.
a better time. This is not the time. This is supposed to be us answering questions together, not me from my perspective. All right.
Okay,
So,
why not both perspectives?
the only last couple.
Why does that have to
questions
be
here-
only be Cat's perspective on this? It's a family night. It can be both
We already
perspectives.
talked about horror
Come
movies.
on.
You don't really particularly like horror movies, so you don't really have a favorite old horror movie or anything like that from
Right.
like the classics.
She
And-
likes. Okay. He brings that up, but she said she likes psychological horror, which implies she's watched psychological horror movies. She doesn't have a favorite one of those. Okay.
Did you ever watch any of my old Cooking with the King videos back in the day? The old.
Oh my god, this is fucking wild.
Uh.
Get a load of
like
this.
maybe.
yeah. So you
yeah.
weren't a fan. You didn't watch.
You weren't a
them
fan.
all or anything
No.
like
You didn't watch them all.
that.
Of one video series. But she liked Evil Within. But people were saying that she's a fan because she liked his Evil Within playthrough. And he said that. No one's saying that she's a diehard fan, that she watched every bit of content that DSP ever put out. Like, come on.
I think some people have this weird mentality that you used to like watch all of my old content.
No.
I mean, nice
Okay,
extremes.
That's not the case. Cool.
That's not the case.
All right,
Cool.
So we've answered all those questions, and now what we're gonna do? It's gonna go 100 miles a minute here. We're gonna jump back. We're gonna get back to shout outs. Guys, we've got less than a half an hour left on the stream, just so you know. We're gonna go till around 9 p.m. tonight, just so everybody knows.
Okay.
So let's do some more shout outs on the tip side, then we'll get to the
Let's
YouTube
go.
side, and then we'll get caught up with chat that's going a mile a minute to catch up here because we weren't looking at it. Okay.
Okay.
Let's take a look here. I'm just gonna ignore this stupid question about drama. I ignore all drama questions, so let's get rid of that.
Get rid of him. What about the guy Cat wanted banned? You know, he bans all these people immediately, but the one person Cat wants banned, he doesn't ban him. Interesting.
Oh, I don't think so, but someone did an anonymous $5 tip saying, "Do you have an accent? Do you have a slight accent, and what would you consider that it is?"
I think she has an accent. She
If I
sounds like
did,
a Fargo
I don't
character.
know, 'cause I don't know my own.
Right. You wouldn't
voice.
notice your own accent,
Yeah.
right? Personally, I don't think she has one. But maybe you do. Maybe you think she does. I don't think she has an accent, but then again, I'm from Connecticut. So you guys tell me sometimes that you think I have an accent, right? So maybe that's what it is.
People say I have an accent, but I think it's just my voice sounds dumb.
Let's see here. August with another $5 tip. He says, Philly Cat, I hope you've had a good night tonight. I hope that to be here before. I'm definitely will be here next week. I'm going for a vacation across the country with my girlfriend, so be safe. Well, I don't know if we're doing this again next week or not. You know, this is not something that we've committed to doing every week. We may or may not. Again, this is more, how you feel. If you like doing this, if you want to do it once a week, we don't have to do it once a week.
We don't have to, Cat.
Next time would actually be when Like a Dragon comes out and we do that island mode. But the thing is, we don't know the extent of, like, how do you...
Alright, how do we unlock it? We don't know that. We can't do research to figure that out.
Okay, I got a tip here.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, so from Neutron, $1.17 tip says, particularly in your lifetime, would you consider yourself a healthy eater, or did you actually start to eat more?
Oh,
healthy
great
once you guys
question.
Got together and started making meals together. Were you
No,
always like health conscious?
I always loved healthy foods, man.
More health conscious when
No,
you were
I
out
mean,
here?
I grew up that way, eating healthy.
Oh yeah.
So I think my whole
I'm
life
sure.
has been at least trying to, you know.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, honestly, the meals you make are way healthier than the stuff that I was eating before.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
really, the stuff we eat is way better.
Oh my god.
Pasta, heavy cheese and shit that I was used to eating. And, our diet in general is just a lot better. By the way, almost no red meat, right?
Well,
Which is
I was
a
gonna
huge
say,
thing.
yeah, we try to pick like chicken and turkey instead of
turkey,
because it's less fat.
Very low fat meats.
Yeah.
That are better for you overall, which is great, right? Okay. So it looks like give me balance.
It kind of was. It kind of was a big question.
The next Fallout and Elder Scrolls games. Do you think they're going to be as disappointing as Starfield was?
Oh my god! Wow.
Do you have any faith left in Bethesda at this point?
I don't even know if I should say anything on that.
Is
Obviously,
that bad, huh?
Well, I mean, there's a tiny shred of hope in me. That it could.
Man, there's just a lot of noises.
Good, but I'm not even gonna get it. As much as I'm excited for Elder Scrolls 6, I don't want to get hyped up like I did for Starfield. Even though I know
this year, like a bunch of
stuff, but
I think maybe the wind.
Starfield was so bad that I mean, it's not even that.
Yeah, this is just the same shit. Honestly, I'm just skipping this. It's just, oh man, Bethesda, man.
This time, guys, we use the same formula.
It's just more shitting on Starfield. They're just asking, oh, are you gonna buy the next Bethesda game? And they're just like, yeah, Starfield sucks. They doubled down on it. Yes, we get it. Starfield sucks. Okay.
I'm gonna be analyzing that game for things that are good, that stand out, that they're gonna do right rather than fail. And that with Starfield, I was
oh my god, Jasper's here again. No.
And now I just don't feel that optimism anymore. They kind of blew it.
Oh my god, Jasper.
Okay. All right, guys, we are winding up. We got about maybe
We're winding
20 minutes
up.
left on the stream, so I would say this is your last chance.
Oh my
If you'd
God,
like to get
Jasper,
some
what are you
questions
doing?
in, please tag us in the chat. We're going back now to the open questions in the chat room for the finale here tonight.
Okay, he's behaving himself. Okay, good.
Andy, we already answered that question about visiting foreign countries tonight. We already said maybe Japan #1 and then maybe Europe in the future, but we have no idea if we'll ever be able to do that. Vietnamese Comrade says, do you play Call of Duty, and how do you feel about the franchise in general?
I do not. I don't play it.
You don't play it. Do you
Nope.
like it? Do you have any feelings about it?
Nope.
No.
I don't play it. Do you like the game? Great question.
No, none at all.
Nope.
Great follow-up.
It's an overhyped generic shooter. So.
There you go.
That she played.
Spidey
The-
5000 says, Cat, who is your favorite character in Lord of the Rings? His is Samwise.
Oh, Samwise. I like Samwise.
Your
Hmm.
favorite
That's a
character.
tough one.
Oh, I have to name characters. Oh, the country of Europe. Man, she's just pinching her cheek.
Because I like so many of them.
so this. Okay,
Oh,
so
I
just
like
list
so
your
many of
favorites.
them all.
Just
Like,
name off
yeah,
one.
man.
You don't have to be the favorite.
Theo, what's your favorite Gurren Lagann character? There's too many, man. I don't know.
Right.
The one with the hands.
Why do you like Gandalf?
I don't know. I like them all. It's hard to.
All right. We'll forget it then. We don't have to.
All right,
Okay.
man.
They're all good. Like
They're all good. They're all
every
good
single
equally.
character is good in their own way. Like they're all good in their own.
They're
way.
all adults and they don't do
Okay,
any
how about
childish
this?
antics
I think one of the
like
things
Last of
that's
Us
cool
2.
about Lord of the Rings is that even though you have such a cast of characters, and even though you even have 4 hobbits,
Yeah.
every one of them stands out individually, right? Like
Right.
you can think about each one. You can think about Merry, Pippin,
Okay, I don't give a fuck about Lord of the Rings. Holy shit.
cool cultural stuff about each one. None of them are boring. None of them are copies of each other, right?
What?
I like Legolas.
You like
Oh my
the
God.
elf Legolas.
Yes. Because that's the
Who's
build
your
I
favorite
would play.
favorite character?
You
The
know?
one,
A ranger, or
man.
not a ranger, like a archer.
in reality, I
agile
don't know who to
Yeah.
pick. it's like a
Like
through,
from
it's,
afar,
I love a lot of
yeah.
characters.
Stuff.
I would say he's.
But
one of the top.
I will go with Minot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just so cool.
Someone had said it scrolled off.
If
the
she did
screen,
that
I
level
just
3
brought it
super
at the
on me,
tip of
I'd
my
let it
eye there.
happen.
What do you, in general, how do you feel about the Persona series? Do you like the Persona game franchise?
I like.
Oh my god, a banger question. What's her thoughts on the Persona series? She played 4 and
I
5.
played 4 and 5. I liked them.
She
both.
even did videos on Persona
I like
5.
the story of 4 better than 5 because it's a murder mystery.
Oh my god.
Would you play a
Gross.
future Persona?
Gross. She got those legs. Gross. Of course. Oh, she loves Persona 4. You're telling me you love Teddy? You love this fucking nonsense?
Time to get wild!
Oh no! Get out of here.
The game, if it came out, would you be interested
Yeah,
in playing it?
I would try it.
Did you? Oh, what about that
Oh!
new one that the makers of Persona are making, but it's fantasy, not
Fantasy.
modern?
I mean,
You know.
I know. I forgot it too. See,
Metaphor
okay, I don't.
something.
I don't really like weeb style games that much.
Weeb style games. You know what? That's bullshit. If she likes Persona 4, that's like the weeb game. Persona 4 made Persona more anime than Persona 3. Think about that.
But I did like I said, I did like
She's not into weeb stuff, but she wants to go to Japan. She wants to eat Japanese food. She loves Yakuza. Not a weeb though, guys.
Persona 4.
Yeah, weeb style game.
Story, and I would try that new game that they.
I'm telling you, he is like conditioning her to be him. Like, these family nights are just conditioning nights. It's so fucking weird.
Whatever it's called.
She even changed her hair to be DSP style hair color.
But I'm not crazy. Like, I don't like anime. I don't like the anime style games. The weeb stuff.
Anime style games, the weeb stuff. Like what does that mean?
But the funniest part is when you played some of those, you liked them.
Yeah.
It's not that you.
Oh my god, and these be like kind of highlights the fucking nonsense. You play these games and like them.
Prejudice against them, you just don't have an affinity for them.
Right. There's so many of them too. It's just like.
Here's the
So
thing,
many,
I'm
man.
similar, but I'm similar in the realm of fighting games. Okay, it's not that I don't like Guilty Gear or Blaze Blue.
This person like was fighting people over Guilty Gear. He was trying to get Guilty Gear out of tournaments. like out of tournaments. Just we're not gonna do Guilty Gear. Like, shut up. You don't know shit. Guilty Gear's the GOAT.
Just don't have an affinity for that art style or that cultural style. So if you ask me,
cultural style, Guilty Gear's a culture. You know what? I agree. Guilty Gear is a culture. Only cultured people love Guilty Gear as much as me, man.
Would you rather play Tekken, Street Fighter,
Hey,
or
Ludicrous Order.
Guilty Gear? I'm gonna say I'll play Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear in that order, right? Like that's my affinity.
Wait,
so,
what was the order?
Would you rather play Tekken, Street Fighter, or Guilty Gear? I'm gonna say I'll play Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear. In
Oh
that
my
order,
god, dude!
right? Like,
He even does the meme. Everyone said like, when he was doing the countdowns, he would put like the first place game first, and then the second place game after. He did it here too. He does it all the time.
My affinity. So it's not that we don't like the games.
Oh,
because
man.
they're bad games. It's that there's just things you don't have a real affinity for, and I
Right.
don't. I just that art style to me is like, I've seen it a million
call them
times. I've
Guilty
seen it
Gear
a million
generic
games,
pose,
million
right.
shows,
The characters
million
are-
movies, all
yeah.
the same, right?
They're all
They're
unique.
gen-
Like
generic.
I can gush for hours about how much I love Guilty Gear. Like fucking Jacko and Revelator being like a set play character where you're just setting up houses. In Strive, she could just throw 3 minions and have them do shit. And you got like all this fucking weird ass playstyles. Venom is a billiards player in fucking Revelator. Like, come on, you can't play pool in fucking Street Fighter and win.
Right.
Right.
Uh,
There you go.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see here.
And the music is so good. Oh, the
I
music.
believe we got another tip. So
Elfhel's theme in Strive has been is like my
Similarly
favorite
to
theme.
Kat, I am a self-taught cook. I actually specialize in Chinese.
Oh my god,
Asian
another big
cuisine.
question.
My girlfriend is actually Chinese. Is there a particular person that you base your recipes on, or do you just go like random Google searches? Personally, I get most of my recipes from Instagram.
Oh, Instagram's a good
good
got a lot of
place.
recipes on there.
Ah.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos, so I pick up things from there. I mean, I don't always actively search for recipes, but I like to watch like different chefs
Chef stuff.
react. Like I like those.
Okay, yeah, she likes chef stuff. Let's move on.
Sitting.
Ah,
Get
yes.
something better, hopefully tomorrow. All right, another tip came in here.
Yeah, wants to get a new chair. I agree.
A $2 tip from August. I want to give a thank you to the mods. You are appreciated tonight. Take
Oh
pride in
my
yourself
god!
for what you did.
Oh my god!
I mean, yeah,
This
there's an
these
incredible
mod
amount of
dicks
trolls.
like
Personally,
you know what?
call-
I love that everyone else is praising the mods, but DSP, the guy who isn't paying them, is not even praising them.
bought some of them myself, but the mod team here did a good job tonight of trying to catch that too, and I appreciate any mods that were here helping out tonight.
Eddie's best
As
character.
usual,
Oh man,
the trolls will always come out in force for certain particular nights.
Elfhel's theme is the bomb. Been
Oh,
playing
let's
it
see
on my
here.
phone.
We already
Yeah,
answered
dude.
that
I was like,
one.
look at the
All
lyrics, and it's like, man, some of the lyrics are I relate so much to.
Japanese curry, so we don't need to reiterate that. Andy is wondering, are you into superheroes at all? I know the answer, but they don't know the
this
answer
is
from
this
you
is
and
a banger
recipe
segment.
and also her
Like, look at
Japanese
his
curry, so we don't
face.
need to reiterate that. Andy is wondering, are you into superheroes at all?
I hate a superheroes. Like, he's so happy. What's he like? I love that the chat is baiting her, and then DSP furthers the bait. Like, this part really came off as him baiting something out of her.
I know the answer, but they might want to hear the answer.
I know
from
the
you. Are you
answer.
into superheroes or anything like that?
Look how happy he is. He looks so giddy.
Is there a reason? Is there a reason why you don't like superhero stuff?
Extremely
Is there a reason?
oversaturation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's obvious. There's freaking too many Marvel movies. You know, it's too much. It just makes you not want to like it anymore.
Right.
Even if you did, I
Right.
was never like really into superheroes before it became like, took over everything.
Yeah.
But now that it has,
It became so prominent.
yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
too many, and it's just like it's.
Come on, Kat. Tell us about how Superman forced you to see
They are
them.
incredibly. I mean, I guess I understand. There's some people who really like them, and
Mhm.
that's fine. But
Yeah, but you know what? Not even as much anymore, because look at the box office.
Look at the
results
box
in last 2
office.
years. The Marvel movies are not doing that good anymore.
Well,
They're-
yeah,
they're failing.
depending.
you know?
I mean, yeah.
Most
Well-
of them have not done well. There's very few. Maybe the Spider-Man
whatever.
movie
I
did
mean,
good and the Guardians of the
It's hit or
Galaxy did
miss.
good, but
It's
the other
whatever.
5 Marvel movies all tanked, in a row too. So I think there's something to be said there. There's just way oversaturation. They overflooded the market. They
Okay.
thought there'd be way more demand, than there really is at this point.
Yep.
I think when you know that you've overflooded the market when you're asking yourself which version of the Suicide Squad is your favorite?
Oh
What?
my god,
Why
dude.
are there multiple
It's DC. DC has been lost in the fucking sauce with the comic book movies.
versions of the Suicide Squad to begin
Like
with?
that's not a good
What are you
example.
talking about, right?
And the Suicide Squad still reference the story though. Whatever.
Got
Okay.
your mind. So, okay.
Yeah, it kind of does. Like,
now, see again, Eva Cowboy fan asking, do you have any kind of a favorite TV
I mean, I will say, like, I was not a huge like Marvel guy. Like, I like Civil War. I like some of them, whatever. But man, I don't know why I ended up seeing Eternals. I saw that, and that to me, just after that, I was like, yeah, I don't need to see Marvel movies anymore. This is what, like, I don't even know what phase this is, and that movie was just like, I think I don't need to watch them. And then on an airplane, I watched the Ant-Man Quantumania movie on an airplane. So it's not that like, oh, I'm watching at home or whatever. I'm forced to be in a little chair for like 9 hours. Okay, I'll just watch a dumb movie. I'm gonna be wasting time anyway. And that movie was even worse garbage. Like, it was just, man, I don't need to see this anymore. I'll just stick with what I want, man.
Did you ever think about watching Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul and stuff like that? We haven't really been into like a big narrative-based show, right? Like very rarely have we watched a show.
What a
that's
sick joke!
and we watch
Yeah, they don't even watch even good shows. Better Call Saul is the GOAT. Love that show. I'll
So,
fucking...
I don't even know like if you ever had a favorite show over time or anything, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Correct. Okay.
Oh, let's see here.
Okay, apparently she didn't watch any shows at all, ever.
Boomkit, I don't know what you mean.
Oh my god.
Any games you guys disagree on quality-wise? What does that mean? Do you mean that we disagree on the like our opinion on it?
What?
Boomkit, I don't know what you mean. Any games you guys disagree on quality-wise? What does that mean?
Games you don't agree with quality-wise. I think he means, is there any games you disagree with each other or whatever?
Do you
Whatever.
mean that
Okay.
We disagree on the like our opinion on the game. I don't understand what you're saying with that.
What are you saying?
if you can elaborate. Excuse me.
I like what every question that provides an ounce of conflict. DSB shoots it down. Just shoots it down immediately. We agree with everything.
Days off, and we don't have like date nights per se because we don't have time. Our day off is
Dude, he says his day offs or date nights. Oh my god.
running around doing a lot of errands and stuff, right? And so because of that, do we do stuff together that we like to do, like, you know, watch a show, have a drink, order in or go out to dinner? Yes, we do that, but we don't have
But that's a date.
scheduled date nights. Or
Oh my
dates
god, does he
like
need
that
a
because we kind of have to squeeze it in between everything else. That we
Oh
do
my
on
god,
our
this
day off.
this dude is so lame. Does he think that people, when they do dates, they take the whole day to do a fucking date? Oh my god, what the fuck, dude? Okay,
At
yeah,
this
they
point, I would
when
say
they
we
set
are
out a day,
definitely
they do
one
a
of the
whole
ones that
day.
ask A lot of repeat questions. At this point, and I think people are just kind of harping on the same stuff. I don't want to sit here and repeat. So unless we get a few more original questions in the next few minutes, we're probably going to wrap it up.
All right, let's
About
move
that, I
on.
don't even know what he's talking about.
No.
I don't even.
Oh my god, more confusion.
No, Tubs is saying, are you going to check out the new Pokemon-inspired game, Pal World? It looks fun.
Oh, I didn't catch it. I did get to the Last of Us 2, but he was saying like if I why would I want to play a game that makes me feel miserable if my life is miserable?
Did you even hear about that? I don't even know what he's talking about.
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh man, I didn't hear that again. Whatever, I'm not gonna rewind it. Probably something stupid.
Do you have a particular game that you thought was incredibly funny and made you laugh out loud the most?
Goat Simulator 3.
Oh my god, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, Goat Simulator. Ah, yes.
To something or something, right? So, okay.
Right.
This whole thing, he tells us how, oh, this was such an organic thing I have with Kat, and this is like the least organic interaction I've seen with anyone.
Ridiculous stuff. No, we're not gonna. We have no plans to play Mario Party. Tubs is saying
No plans on playing Mario Party. Of course, the one game you could actually do multiplayer in. No, you're not doing it.
Guns.
Oh.
Oh.
Pokemon with gun shooting things.
Huh.
Okay. Michael is
She's
wondering
not
how you feel
interested.
about the direction God of War is going. Do you think this is a good direction, the way that the series is
definitely. I mean,
Where's
the
it going?
ones were stupid. Like, it was a lot. Oh, well, the narrative
Oh.
was stupid.
Oh my god, the
Stuff.
narrative was stupid. Did he even play them? I barely played them, to be honest. So I can't really say. But I mean, God of War 3 story, from what little I played, was kind of cool.
Like in the original ones, it's much more serious.
It's so stupid. You know, these are the people that Sony caters to. Damn, they ruined my company, man.
It's much better, in my opinion.
No, and that's funny because that's exactly what the point was. The original trilogy was supposed to be how Kratos became a god and was completely unchecked, right? He had no maturity,
What?
no intelligent thought, just rage.
No intelligent thought. Didn't like the gods like force him to kill his family? Like, you know what? Maybe I need to play God of War. I need to play it seriously, guys.
Rage and gore and just no control at all. And look what happens. He kills all the gods and everything gets messed up.
Right.
These
Well,
last seasons are about...
no, nothing got messed up because whatever. You know, I didn't beat God of War 3, so I don't know. Did it end with like you ruined the world? I don't know.
Becoming older, becoming more self-aware, becoming more mature, being a father, changing who he is, but then also having to live down the sins of his past, of his previous life. So I agree. I think that the
I mean, I guess that. Well, whatever.
Much,
I mean,
much better.
who fucking cares?
So
I like the new ones. Well, I like
Everyone aside
2018.
America.
Ragnarok is kind of boring. It's kind of a dud.
Contiguous United States. That's it.
Contiguous United States. Oh my god.
Sarah thinks that Kratos' story arc reminds her of my story, of how I've grown and changed.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he did ruin. Okay, that's that's fine.
I just didn't kill anyone. That's the thing. I didn't.
The ones are
are
based.
But
I need to play them
Derek,
again.
You have a good night.
I only played like a little bit of 3.
All right, guys. Last few minutes here.
Last chance, guys.
Last chance to get something answered tonight.
To be honest, the gods were asking for it when they missed the greatest. Yeah, like I mean,
we're not gonna answer it again. Sorry.
It just shows that the gods were like assholes.
I only
Whatever.
saw part of season 1 of Invincible.
So get this. He hyped up doing a review for Invincible all through October. Oh, I'm gonna review season 1, man. And he didn't even finish season 1. So of course he was never gonna do it because he didn't finish it. He probably got bored. He probably got confused.
Well, and never saw season 2, and I'm not really interested in it at this point.
Yeah, because it's a good show. The one superhero thing that's actually good, he doesn't want to watch.
Remember the characters from Persona 4?
I don't. It was so long.
It was
ago.
ages ago, like 3
Loves Persona 4. Who are the characters? I fucking despise Persona 4, and I can name the characters. That's how fucking dumb my brain is,
years
man.
ago,
Yeah,
I
I don't know.
right?
I remember their names or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Do you like Indian food?
Yeah. I love Indian food.
What's your okay? Since this would be a follow-up question, I'm sure someone will ask. What's some of your favorite things in Indian food?
Chicken tikka masala. Like any kind of curry. That
Oh
has
my
chicken
god,
or-
Tiki Masala. Wow, DSP, I mean cat, right?
If there was another cat in the house to draw attention away, he would literally.
Holy shit, what was this stupid question?
No, we have no plans to get Jasper a cat, buddy. We've already talked about it. He's the kind of cat that wants to be the center
Oh.
of attention. At all
Oh, you know what I
times.
forgot to mention when they were talking about weed?
Cat in
They
the
got Jasper hemp litter. So Jasper could get high, but people getting high, that's bad.
house to draw attention away, he would literally be upset and it would
Of
cause him to
course.
act out in a destructive manner. So we don't want to put him in that position. He's literally not that kind of. He wants to be the pet.
My favorite Greek food is a
that's how I
gyro. The Oh no, it's actually stuffed grape leaves. Oh my god. Stuffed grape leaves,
Do you
stuffed
prefer
zucchini.
Xbox, Nintendo, or PlayStation, or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter.
Ah,
I don't take sides.
there you go. You're not a. You're
Doesn't
not an
matter.
Xbox,
I don't play
a Sony
favorites.
Pony or a Nintendork. I don't even know what they're called.
I don't
The-
know, something.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, right now.
And
I
he says
think
good. Yeah, it
that's
is.
what I'm
Hate
gonna
Army
do.
gets it.
For the last year.
Yeah.
A fellow Greek in chat gets
That's
it.
Amazing.
Ah,
It's a
yes.
console.
There you go.
Pasticcio, oh yeah.
Okay, it's a Nintendrone. I thought it was Nintendork. I apologize. It's Nintendrone. It's equally insulting, just in a different way. Okay.
Oh yes.
Whoa. I
Whoa.
guess this will be a bunch of tips came in.
Whoa. Out of
altogether.
nowhere.
So I guess this will probably be our last few questions we'll answer of the night. A $10 tip just came in. What on earth? So Rick Perez did a $10 tip. He says YouTube's algorithm is now favoring longer videos and compilations. Would you consider making a full playthrough
my
video for
God.
DSP Throwback, like one of your shorter games from the? So what you're saying is an entire game in one video? I'm not so sure.
No, I can't milk it.
At one point,
He can't
that
do
was true.
He
And that was
can't do
many
the
years ago when
daily
they changed the
uploads.
algorithm.
If he does
The
that,
longer your video, it literally would push it to the top. I think it's based on
The Ziki
overall
dip is
engagement.
pretty good,
And
yeah.
if you have a 5-hour video, what are the chances that someone's gonna watch the entire video? Probably slim. So in reality, I think that would create low engagement, and that would hurt the video. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think there's evidence of what you're saying. Like at one point, I think that was the case, but I don't think that's the case anymore. So, thank you for the tip.
Oh yes. Okay.
Got a
Thanks
$2
for the
tip
tip.
here from Slie. Do we see any mountains when we're out in Washington? I visited Colorado. The Rockies are beautiful. Yes, there is the Mount Rainier out here. And when we drive certain places, you can actually see Mount Rainier right there on the horizon. Beautiful. On a clear day, you can see it with the snow cap and everything. And it's really, really gorgeous. But it's only from certain directions and certain ways that you go.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can't always actively see it. It's beautiful, though.
That's
And
how
we got a $2 tip.
things work. $2 tip. Okay. What's he say?
Little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy.
Did you ever watch anything from PBS? Do you remember shows like Barney or Sesame Street or any of those?
Oh
shows
my
growing
God.
up?
Yeah.
You know, out of all the things, this cat kind of got a little invested with this question.
Which one? I know you said you would watch Sesame Street, right? Oh, you did watch Barney?
Yeah.
See, for me,
Mine is
I'm trying to
invisible
remember. I
in
think
every
I would say
direction.
Sesame
Whoa.
Street, because Sesame Street's been around forever, like since like the 1970s, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's probably like 4 or 5 generations of people who've seen Sesame Street.
Okay.
It was like the 90s, I think.
Probably the 90s, right? Yeah. See, I know I watched Sesame Street, and I know I watched some other weird stuff, like Romper Room and Zoobledy Zoo and like weird.
Zoobledy
shit.
Zoo. What the
Used to be on
fuck?
Did you watch Lamb Chop?
I saw Lamb Chop, but it
See,
wasn't what I would
that's what I
watch.
mean. This is the first time we ever see Kat ask Phil a question that she's genuinely interested in. The whole fucking streams of these is just her sitting there and him just asking her, and she just doesn't give a fuck. Talk about like kid shows. Okay, Phil, did you see this? Like, whoa.
You know what I mean? Like I knew of it,
Yeah.
but that was like right after I would have watched that style of show. Like I was
Oh.
getting into more like
Zoobly Zoo sucks.
like X-Men and violent.
Oh my
stuff.
God.
I'm not watching Land Chop anymore, right?
Yeah.
But I knew it existed. What's up, Dark Maggot? Good evening. Good to have you here. And as we're wrapping up, because now, yeah, guys, we are down to the last 5 minutes. FYI.
FYI.
Last few questions of the night. Thank you all. You've been a great audience. You've been respectful for the most part. And thank you to the mod team.
You've been respectful for the most part. What a cool thing to tell your audience. Hey, you guys been kind of cool. You could be cooler, but whatever.
Stuff under control tonight. We really appreciate that. And we'll get back to you about in the next
Yeah,
week
Sesame
when
Street
we
was
do
pretty
do
good.
Something like this again. I don't know when the next one would be. Hopefully, when we do, we will have a better stool because my ass is killing me right now. Yes,
Ass.
Vietnamese comrade, we do
Yeah.
like Vietnamese food. Like banh mi and pho. I've had a banh mi sandwich, but I got the wrong one. I got tuna, and it was a bad.
Okay, we're just gonna skip that. I don't care about fucking
It does depend what meat you get in it, though, in the pho.
That's true, because you get tons. You can
pho. Indie
It
pho,
tastes completely different, right?
right?
We're gonna upload the 2 parts right after we're done here. So, did you ever play a Metal Gear Solid game at all? Ever?
Played 5.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that you
Oh.
played
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5. What did you think of 5?
She loved
Oh,
it.
was the first one I played, so
Yeah.
it's a challenging game
Mhm.
for sure. But
What did you think about Ground
like
Zeroes?
most other games I played.
You never really been into a heavy stealth game at that point.
Right.
Okay.
And that was like forever ago. What year did that come out? I don't even
a
remember.
long time ago. I would say like what 2016,
2015.
something like that.
Yeah.
2015, 20. It's old at this point.
Yeah.
It's pretty
so-
old. So. Let's see here. We already said she's not into horror movies. You can stop asking about The Exorcist. I see some people just don't.
Oh my
listen. They
God.
Spam the same questions over and over.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah,
why.
one thing we've never had is Korean barbecue.
We move on.
There are 1 or 2 Korean barbecue places out here.
Like,
but
why does
they're
he just
really
ban?
good
At this point, ban him.
together.
It's
Because
spamming.
What you do is you cook your meal there together, right? It's like a social aspect. You get like
Yeah.
5-6 people together, all cooking on the. It's not really something like 2 people would go do.
Mhm.
Nor,
Why
I mean, I think
not?
we've agreed here. We don't when we go out to eat.
We don't want to be
typically,
with other
We don't
people.
want to have to cook our own food. You know what I mean? Like we usually.
Oh
go
my
out
God,
and
baby
eat
mode.
errands. We just want to sit down and relax and eat.
Yeah,
It's
they
hard
want to
do that.
work.
You have to sit there and cook your food there. So it's not something we've ever really tried. I've heard it's delicious though. So
Yeah, why try? But why bother trying?
Okay.
Ugh. Who would want to try something?
All right. Guys, I think that's it. I mean, it's about to be 9 o'clock. I think that's
Yeah, about to be 9 o'clock. What did the AI say about
again,
this?
Want to say thank
Oh,
you.
it's
You
still
guys are
closing
amazing. The support
remains.
tonight, outstanding.
Remarks.
Really awesome of you to come out and hang out with us for this family night, and we hope that you enjoyed the Q&A.
I did not enjoy
Again,
this,
Don't know
Phil.
when we'll do it again. Could we do it next week? We could, but we're not going to say yes or no. We'll talk about it over the week. We will absolutely be doing nights where we're going to play Like a Dragon together coming up once it comes out in a little over a week. We have to see how that mode is implemented in the game to figure that out, but we don't know yet, right? So once we
Right.
figure that out, we'll let you know. Hey, we'll come maybe once a week, maybe twice a week. It depends too, our scheduling too, of how we can do it. But you know, we definitely want to do that. We want to do that mode with you guys and have like this virtual island. That's our family event that we kind of do. I think that would be pretty neat. All
Yeah,
right,
you know
everybody?
what? This does sound like a fucking
All right, any
Mike
last
Clum
thoughts or last words for
idea.
everyone before we adjourn for the night? Anything you wanna
Family
say?
project.
Anything?
Oh,
Did you have a good
man.
time tonight?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have a good time, Kat?
All
Say
right.
it.
And
Say
again,
it in front of
any
everyone.
mods, we
Yeah,
need
BG's
mods.
definitely gonna say, "Yeah, Phil, this sucks."
Or have been here kind of silent,
Mhm.
helping. The trolls always come out for this crap, and they did a really good job. Definitely, I mean, one thing now, we've done this twice in a row, 2 weeks in a row. You see the difference now before
Bruh.
how it was with Twitch.
They
right?
said this last time in 2018. Oh, Kat was there and she said it was fine, yet she liked it. And then just one marathon just ruined everything. Just wait until the Halloween Marathon 2.0 happens.
Mhm.
You see how it's way different. It's more controllable on YouTube.
The trolls did a really good
There were
job.
Constant accounts and shit, and you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
Now it's way more controllable, thankfully. So, you know, I think this is going to work out.
Yeah,
long
you know what
term
can make
have
stock
nights like
accounts
this,
on
but also
YouTube.
gameplay nights where we're able to keep it under wraps. So, all right, everyone.
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Thank you all.
Go-
Great show. And I'll keep you in the loop over the next week or so about when you can expect to see us on here again next. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night, and peace out. Thank you, thank you.
All right, I think that's gonna be it for my little stream here.
All right, good
God.
evening, everyone.
No. Shut up. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this stream. Thank you for watching. It was a good time. Thanks for everyone who showed up. Almighty Goki, Hate Army, David Cruz, Ludo World Order, Arizona Made Gamer, Red Reanimator or Red Animator. He was there. Anonymous showed up. Savage Momo showed up. Everyone showed up. Bill Barkey showed up. Romance Milia, well, you know, I can get behind that. Milia's pretty dope. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you next time, be it in the next stream, next video, whatever it may be. Have a good week, everyone. And I'll see ya when I see ya. Oh, it's Barsky! Oh my god, I didn't see the S. Wow, I ended on a fucking fuck up. Sorry, Bill Barsky. Damn. I shoulda known. Alright.
Donkulus! Time to skedaddle on out of here!
Bye-bye.